Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
Start with Chris, add a dash of sport, squeeze in some music, then shake, don't stir. And you've got the ultimate blend, LTID, with your host, Chris.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day, goodbye. Hello, how the devil are we all? I think I covered everyone there. Good night, I think I missed good night. What the fuck is happening? No Maddison. I can't see any news. If anybody knows what the hell is happening, please let me know. Because why, if he's not injured, is he not in the squad? And still no Mendy. I give up. I absolutely give up. Does anybody else give up? This is the Watchalong.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch-Along Show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Love it. It'll be orgasmic. It's been a long time, believe you me. Welcome along. This is LTID TV from Leicester Till I Die, live on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter as we speak. Thank you for joining us and watching. Please join in the chat and enjoy the watch along and keep it respectful, obviously, for your fellow viewers. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you so very, very much for lending me your ears. We're on all the major podcast platforms. And if you've got a smart speaker, just say, oi, play the podcast Leicester Till I Die, and you'll be able to listen to us. And of course, we're all over the socials, as you can see underneath. 2 o'clock, well, 2:15 start now for the watch-alongs. We start early, we finish later. We're going to have a look at the press conference in a minute, but as soon as Brad's ready to come in, we are going to be looking at the team. 3 strikers on the pitch. 3 wheels on my wagon. How do we feel about that? I'd love to know what his thoughts are. I really, really would. Just to sort of keep you. Well, where's my button? Where's my button? There it is. Just to say to you guys, if you're interested in a bit of a laugh, this could be for you. The ex-player versus the upstart fan. Brad challenged Steve Lynex to a quiz. We will be hosting that very, very soon, so look out for that. There could be fireworks, as you can see from there. Let's just say a couple of hellos first of all. There we go. Boris says we can do this. I bloody hope so. Mick Paget says good afternoon, Chris. Spencer said, oh, he's out with illness, is he? Fair enough. Oh, no! 8 minutes injury time at Fulham. Fulham were 2-0 up. Leeds have brought it back to 2-1. I was just thinking only a couple of minutes to hold on, Fulham. And now they've gone and added 8 minutes on. There has been quite a few injuries, though. Oh, illness. Bloody hell. Don't see. The time we need him. Bloody hell. Look, if Lineker can go on with a bad stomach and shit on the pitch, Maddison, excuse me, why the fuck can't you? Something ain't right with Maddison. I don't think we'll see him in a City shirt again. Well, some good news. Some good news is we will not be seeing Vestergaard, hopefully, in a City shirt again. He is out for the rest of the season. Who knew? Who knew? Boris says, is it a 4-3-3? We'll have a look at that in a second. We have to end this winless run, says Gray. Indeed we do. At least Vardy won't be on his own up top. I started at the end of the list and saw Vardy and I thought, oh no. And then saw Dackery and Nacho. The only problem is, what do we change it to if it doesn't work? Definitely set up for the long ball and counter attack. Big Ant's in. Can't wait for that quiz. I know. Brad taking on Steve Lynex. We'll see. We'll see who comes out on top soon. And he's going for a Leicester 2-1 win. Do get your score predictions in, please. I don't know what happened last night, Anthony. One job to do us a favour, and you failed utterly and absolutely miserably. You were lucky. You were bloody lucky. Right, let's have a look at the team, shall we? If I can just get this set up, and I shall bring young Bradders in, and we'll have a look at the team. Here we go. Oh, I've still got a huge echo.
I don't know why, mate. It's got to be your end of the echo because I can't hear myself. Let me see what I can do.
It's not my end.
It really is because it ain't my end. I've got echo cancellation on. You shouldn't be hearing any echo. I don't understand StreamYard. It's broken.
It doesn't work, echo cancellation. No, whatever you've done. It stopped, yes.
Yeah. StreamYard's pissed me off. Why have echo cancellation as an option if you don't cancel out the echo?
I have tried it many times and it hasn't worked. But look, talk to me about this team.
I'm trying to. Because
let me run it for you. Iverson in goal. It looks like Soyuncu, Faze and Christensen 3 at the back. Well, I've said that. No, it could be 4 at the back because we've got Soyun Castagna as well. And then Sumari, Tielemans and Tete across the middle. Inacho, Daka and Vardy. Looks like somebody said earlier, possibly a 4-3-3. That, I have to say, is going for it.
I mean, give me a sec so I can look at the proper squad properly. So it's just so I can see it better.
No, that's fine.
Read it.
I know you're on your phone.
Castagna will obviously be on the right, Christensen on the left, Soyuncu, Faze in the middle. So it's a back 4. Samari, Tielemans as a 2. And then it suggests, and this is what annoys me here, it suggests that Tete will be one winger. And I'm guessing due to his pace, it will be Daka as another one. Because unless Tete's going to go in the middle, I don't understand why Barnes isn't there. Oh, Barnes is still injured, isn't he? So why play one winger if the other winger's not available? But, I mean, do you remember, was it Musa? When we signed as a striker and kept trying to play him as a winger? That has me a little bit concerned. But it has to be 2 up front for me. I think that's a 2 up front system. I think that is a 4-4-2. I think we've got the Mike Bassett, mate. I think it's a basic 4-4-2. I think it's.
I haven't got it. I've updated all my jingles.
I know. But it does.
Got it.
Yeah, it does look it with no Sutar in there. I'd suggest it's Soyuncu and Faze, Christensen and Castagna as a back line. Samore. Over Mendy, I mean, we did pay 22 million of them. We've got to get one of them to work, and one of them's going to stay longer than the other with their contract. So I'm not too fussed about Samore. Tielemans alongside him. It's just Tete's throwing me off because I was thinking maybe it was Daka and Vardy up front, and then Iheanacho was taken over from Maddison. I didn't know, but 4-2-3-1, I think. It's hard to make out with Tete and no Barnes because normally you have one winger, you recognise the other. But without knowing where Dak is playing, it's a bit of a.
Well, let's have a
look. It's attacking. I'll say that.
Yeah. Now the BBC have got us as a 4-2-3-1. They've got Castagna, Soyuncu, Faze, and Christensen across the back. Tielemans and Sumare in the middle. Which Tielemans needs to be up front. Look at the game we played against Wolves earlier in the season, 4-0. We'll come on to that later. And he scored a fantastic goal. He ain't going to be getting goals. Sat at the fucking back, he plonkers. And then Tete on the right, Iheanacho in the middle, Daka on the left, and Vardy up front. Although I'm guessing that's interchangeable. I
think there'll be more inside wingers than touchline wingers, I could imagine, especially Daka.
Yeah. And I want to. I mean, we're not playing with wing backs, but look. we wanted Dewsbury Hall to be dropped. We wanted Ndidi to be dropped. He's done both those things. We can't go too mad at him, can we?
No, and again, if early rumours are true that Madders is an illness, then it is what it is. I mean, I wonder how many times maybe Madders and Tillemans and others have been forced to play through a little bit of an illness under Brendan, and maybe Dean Smith's gone, I would rather you be 100% fit for Tuesday than trying to play 65, 70% fit now. No, go home. I've got enough players. We can make this, we can win it and make it work. So people jumping the gun a bit like, oh, he won't play and they'll play for us again. No, he probably don't know what Dean Smith's saying to these players. I mean, could be really harsh and say Mendy's.
If he's 50% for today, why not get him 100% fit for Leeds?
Exactly, that's what I mean. If he's feeling he won't be up to full performance today with everything, why risk him? You want someone who's, how do I say this correctly? That's one who's saying now. How do I say this correctly? You want somebody whose head's full of football and not full of cold. I think, you know what I mean? Like, if he's ill, you don't want him. Because what do you do when you try to work for a cold at any job? You're like, oh, you get to a stage where you switch off. And we saw what happens when Maddison switched off against Bournemouth. So,
yeah. Like I say, I don't want to go too mad because, like I say, he's done a couple of what we've asked for. My only worry is, and we've got the team and the subs going across the bottom there. My only worry is there's no attacking players really to bring on, is there?
well, in a sense there isn't. In a sense there is. I mean, Dewsbury Hall could go into that one of two roles. Mendy offers us something different to Samari in that sense. I don't know about the youngster because I've heard his name and I recognise him from the under-23s and that, but I couldn't tell you what position he plays. And then I suppose you look at Dennis Pratt, who a lot of Leicester fans have, since he pretty much signed, kind of looked at him as the replacement for when we moved Tillemans on. So it's not glorious attacking options by any stretch of the imagination. So no, we're not sat there with a Madders on the bench and a Daka on the bench, but we do have them hidden in there. It's just not as starlighted as we're used to, I guess.
Yeah. Look, let's be honest with you. We can't accuse Dean Smith of not going for it. And how often have we as accused when we've got a game like this and we've accused Brendan Rodgers of being ultra defensive? So let's not just, when we've got the other option, shoot that down as well. The Leeds goalkeeper's just come up. It's a corner. It swings in, and they've not got it clear, and it's a wild shot, and it's wide. It's 99 minutes played, and that's the full-time whistle. Thank you, Fulham. Thank you, Fulham.
Was that 2-1 Fulham, is it?
It is, yes. Yeah. So
well,
you get a point.
You're no longer top. You're no longer top. Well, you joined top. You joined top. We're joined top. Steve is second. There you are, Steve. We got you up to second, mate. We worked in between us.
Right. Excuse me. We're both coughing here, aren't we? Let's have a look at the press conference, shall we? And let's just see what Dean Smith had to say. It's only 15 minutes, so we've got plenty of time. Let's see what he had to say. I haven't seen one of his full press conferences yet. I'm hoping it's not as boring. When I did see the one last week, at least we could hear what was being asked, which I'd like to say maybe was them sorting out the microphones, but we think there's something more to it than that. Anyway, here we go.
No, so Ricky's still out with a hamstring injury. He's still a couple of weeks away. Yannick played in a 21s game on Monday and injured his calf, so he's going to be out for the season now. Unfortunately, him and Ryan wanted to get back to fitness to put themselves into contention. Unfortunately, Yannick didn't get through it. Ryan's come through it, so he's got 65 minutes now under his belts. And Harvey Barnes, Harvey's ready to go on the grass. He's been on the grass. He's not actually trained with us yet. I think it'd be a risk to put him in on Saturday because we could lose him then for the 6 games, and I've got to balance that risk. So I know that he'll start training on Sunday and be ready for Tuesday then.
On the grass?
Yeah, I think on the yeah, it's relaxing. It's relaxing.
Yeah,
mate.
no, it's not an easy decision. He's our top goal scorer this season, so a big player for us. But I've just got to balance the risk, and I just felt the risk would be too much. He wouldn't have been able to start this weekend. That would have been too quick for him. But he may have got minutes off the bench. But the risk for him to re-injure was just too big for me. So Tuesday's more realistic goal for him.
Now that you've got Manchester City out of the way, what have you said to the players about these next 3
Mike issues. Thanks for fixing them, mates. Well done, lads at Leicester. I can't hear the question.
Not an awful lot, really. I've only just spoke about the Wolves game. We're just taking it one game at a time. We knew the Manchester City away game was going to be quite a unique game because of the way they play, the form they're in, the level they're at compared to pretty much everyone else in the Premier League, apart from Arsenal at the moment. So, it didn't help being 2 goals down so early. But I thought we defended our box in general okay and finished the game really well. So we can take positives out of that going into the game. But everybody knows, how important this fixture is on Saturday at home under new management for ourselves. And hopefully we get to see a lift from the players and, hopefully we can start how we finish the game at Manchester City.
What have you seen in your early days here that gives you the belief that this squad can stay up?
I think I said last week what I saw on the training ground was, a lift, some confidence in some players, that had probably been missing over the last few weeks. But from the match, the biggest thing that gives me belief, I saw players who cared. We went 2 goals down after 10 minutes, 3-0 down after 24 minutes. But players were worried about. They had a pride in their own performance. They had a pride in the team's performance and a pride in playing for Leicester City. So the fact that they cared, for me, shows me there's an awful lot of character in the team. And when you've got character and a spirit with the talent that we've got, then, that should be enough to win football games.
As a manager, how much importance do you place on expected goals? We hear that term a lot nowadays in football. And the reason I ask that is because I think Leicester had a higher XG than Manchester City in that second half. And I think that's the first time it's happened at the Etihad this season for an opposition team to have that. Do you place much importance on that? Do you look at that?
I worked at Brentford for 3 years, so I have to place some importance on it. But yeah, I mean, listen, the state of the game was different, obviously. Manchester City made changes when we got our expected goals up. For them to only have 1.6, I think it was, I think that's, strong for us, really, defensively. Although we were 3 goals down, 0.8 is a penalty. So they didn't create massive chances against us. And that's a positive. And that's why we defended our box really well. The fact that we wanted to stay in the game and finish well, it happened that we didn't stay in the game, but we did finish really well. And that's a real positive to take because, despite all the changes that Manchester City made and, we made at half time as well, still hard to create them chances against City like we did.
Just on back for you, what did you see that made you bring him back and how important?
I've always liked him from afar. So whenever I've come up against him or watched Leicester play, always enjoyed watching him. He's an aggressive centre back, very, very good on the ball, strong, quick, everything that you'd like to see. And he showed them qualities in the first 2 or 3 days training. Obviously, my worry was the lack of game time he'd had. But he'd also played 2 games in the international period for Turkey. So, we knew he could go and play games. And when I spoke to him, the fire was there. And that's what I want to see, the fire that he wants to play and he wants to care for the club. And, I thought that was great to see. And that's why I put him in. Cheers. Thank you. Hi.
What did you sense from the players before and after the Man City game, especially in terms of their confidence levels leading to this weekend now?
So before the game, I thought there was an excitement about it, to be honest. A feeling that we could go and do something that very few teams go and do. obviously then flames got very quickly dampened, with the goals that we conceded. So half-time was a difficult place. Players were feeling a bit low with being 3 goals down. I didn't feel it was a performance that deserved to be 3 goals down. Yes, Manchester City had lots of control. They have lots of control against most teams. But the big thing was they hadn't created big chances against us, and that was a plus. We had to, change a few things. We wanted to be a little bit more aggressive, when they were playing between the lines, and I thought we did that and won the ball back a number of occasions. So the feeling after was, a little bit of what if we'd, stayed in the game a little bit more, and, if Madders had taken his chance to make it 3-2 with, 7 or 8 minutes to go, could have been a different game. But yeah, we've learned our lessons from that. The players have learnt about me and my coaching staff what we want, and we've learnt an awful lot about the players, because we managed to get 5 subs on the pitch as well, and looked at 16 players in total.
We saw the new manager impact at Wolves earlier this season. How do you think your players reacted to the change of management they experienced in such a critical time of the season?
I think only time will tell. That'll be for other people to judge rather than me. I can only talk about what I see on the training ground, and the players have worked extremely hard so far, and with a great intensity and attitude as well.
Saturday will be your first home game as a Leicester manager. What do you expect from the fans and their support for this survival challenge?
Well, it's really important for us that we're together in this. We all want the same goal, which is to win football games and stay in the Premier League, and we can only do that together. What the fans will want to see is players who are working extremely hard for each other, proud to wear, the shirt, and we need to give them something to shout about, and hopefully we can go and do that. And I think the last game before COVID, I went there with Villa and we lost 4-0. I think Pepe Reina ran out, missed a ball, and they went 1-0 up. But from that moment, the fans got behind the team, and it was a real tough day then to get back. And we need the fans behind us at the King Power now.
What is the biggest threat you expect from Wolves Saturday?
I think they've got a threat all over the pitch. Costa's been a real talisman for them in terms of, building off him, running the channels, everything you come to expect from him. But they're on a good run of form as well. They've just beat Chelsea 1-0, Brentford 2-0. So they'll certainly be confident.
When you look at the relegation battle in general, why do you think we are seeing so many teams involved this season?
It's been quite a unique season, to be honest. So many teams being involved in it. At one stage it was Crystal Palace all the way down. Bottom 9 teams. Crystal Palace have just had a great return of results under Roy. And that's what we're hoping for now. Cheers. Hi, Charlie.
Why is it one journalist we can hear, but these ones all muffle, eh?
I've no idea. £100 million.
I don't think there would have been too many Leicester fans who didn't watch the Manchester City game. So, that was a first impression. Hopefully, the lasting impression is that these lads will keep fighting for us as they did last week. But we really need to be concentrated on us, and we have this week. We know the strengths that Wolves will have, but we've got to be concentrated on ourselves and get the fans behind us. And the only way you can go and do that is by being front foot, aggressive, and that's what we're looking to do.
And you're saying that the chances of survival in this little mini season that you've got yourself into here at the tail end of it wouldn't be decided based off of what you do at Manchester City, but the next 4, but certainly the next 3. Is it fair to say that they could go a long way to deciding your fate? Yeah,
they could. I mean, as I said, Manchester City is not. You're not going to be defined on that. I don't think any team is going to Manchester City, and but the games that are coming up now, we can only look at Wolves to start with, but it's a big game because our results at home haven't been where they should be. So we need to go and get a result and a performance, and because that will just lift the belief of the city and the fans as well.
Just finally, following them all season long, and think of the difference that one win made to the confidence of the group before the World Cup, way back when. and how they then managed to string a few victories together. Is confidence the biggest key still at the moment? What could one win do for this group?
It could really lift them. I mean, we look at the quality that we have, on the training ground, and we really like the qualities that they've got. We haven't brought that out onto the pitch for whatever reason. Over the last 8 or 9 games, our job is to get that out onto the pitch. I said before the last home game, what I saw against Bournemouth was a lethargy. We can't have that on Saturday. We need to be free. We need to be able to play with confidence. And, from what we've seen so far, I think they can do that. Thank you. Hi, mate.
I wonder if I could ask about Yuri Tillemans and how he came through the game against Manchester City, which was the first start for quite a while. So how did he come through that, and how's he doing this week?
Yeah, no, he got through it really well, and he's trained well this week as well. Part of my reasoning to put him in last week was, it was going to be a low block game against City. He's not going to be making 40 or 50-yard runs in that game, such is the state of games that Man City play. But I also knew he would be in a better place for the games to come by getting 60 minutes. And that's what he did. So we're really pleased that he got the 60 minutes last week. And he's in a better place now for this weekend.
On Charles Ocean, I know you've mentioned already that you've seen the kind of fire in his eyes. Do you see him as part of the back five, like you played against Manchester City, or do you see him as a player who can come in and play in a back four as well? I just wonder tactically how you view what he can offer.
Well, I think we all saw that on Saturday he can play in a 5, but he can play in a 4 as well, and has done so quite accomplished as well to play in there.
What have you made to Wolverhampton Wanderers in your preparation for this game, and tactically how you have to assess them and work them out?
Yeah, we've got to decide. Well, we've got to work out first and foremost whether they bring Neves straight back in. They've won 2 games without him. He's probably been a permanent fixture in the team since he's been there. But they've got quality players all over the pitch, and we have to make sure that we nullify the threats that they have and take our game to them. They're very well organised. They like to create overloads on the outside and get crosses into the box. So we're fully aware of them, and we fully respect the football club and the team they are. But we can't play with any fear this weekend, and we won't.
Final one, is it fair to say that we'll see a bit more of an orthodox Dean Smith side this weekend, rather than the kind of game plan we saw at Manchester City, and the fans will get to see more of what and how you want this Leicester side to play in the remaining 2 games?
You won't see us sitting in a low block for the majority of the game, but unfortunately, I think that we felt that was the best plan to go to City, and I don't think I'm the only coach in thinking that way as well when you go and play them. So, no, hopefully you see more of a side that's demanding of possession, but also providing threats at the top of the pitch as well.
Wow, that was easy to hear from Dean Smith, not very easy to hear from the actual questions he's being asked. We have to kind of pick the bones of that, didn't we?
Like I say, total and utterly £100 million on a bloody training thing. When you get the journalists there, we can't bloody hear them. Get it sorted, Leicester. Get it sorted. It's almost like they don't want us to hear the questions, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels that way sometimes. So if you're Irish, which the guy we could hear was, I'm assuming by the accent I heard, turns out they don't need a mic. He probably didn't use his.
No, and he was in Dublin. Let's talk. I've got to say a good evening or good afternoon to all Arsenal fans. My God, it doesn't take much to get you lot. It's like poking the bear, isn't it? And Arteta out. Yeah, let's go for it. Look,
they haven't won a trophy. They haven't won the Premier League in 20 years, is it? 20 odd years.
Yeah.
Arteta out for being first. Anyway.
What do you think of the press conference and Dean Smith? I mean, I want to feel confident, and he talks a hell of a lot more positive and upbeat, and you don't fall asleep like you did with a certain Brendan Rodgers. But it's just when I look at this team today, I'm just confused. Yeah,
again, we don't know the entire ins and outs. We obviously know. I mean, you know me, professed to always wanted to be a sports journalism, but never took it down. I was taking notes. So obviously we know Barnes is injured. That's why one of the strikers is obviously going to play out on the left. We don't know the Madison situation. But out of all of that, I started noticing things down. Vestergaard, well, hey, he's out. And, Bertrand's back.
Excited, you may have noticed.
I may have been sort of, but when like when a journalist might circle one of his little footnotes as like a big headlines, you'll be impressed with mine, Chris, because when I heard him started speaking and I realised who he was speaking about, I circled in big letters. Brendan was a massive bellend to Cags. I take it all back. All them times I said there was no smoke without a fire, and maybe it was more Cags than Brendan, and maybe Brendan had a case. No, Brendan, you're just a massive bellend, mate, clearly. Because he was talking about how he saw huge effort in training. He saw a player with passion, wanting to play for the shirt, which is something else I noted down that he kept bringing up.
Yeah.
He just kept using the right words in his answers at some points. Positive, attitude, possession, control, front foot, being aggressive, being attacking, being confident on the ball. He used all the right words, and I think I wouldn't be surprised now. The Blue Fox, I really could, because he sounds like Brendan was just a bellend.
Actually, I have to sort of just pull you up on that. I think you've been totally unfair calling him a bellend. I mean, I will not have anybody on this channel call him a bellend. How dare you?
Okay. I'll be politically correct, Chris. Okay. When it comes to Kagger, no. Well, no one ever would. Not like you called him it at all. No, but Brendan was a massive erect penis end towards Cags. There you go.
Let's just put it as it is. It was a wanker.
Yeah, he was.
And I think he's gonna. Well, he obviously lost his job, didn't he? And so Soyuncu comes in, had a great game. Be interesting to see. Let's hope he has another good game today. But he did. If you can have a good game against Man City, then surely you should about anybody. But I hope he's there. When is his contract up? Is it this year or next year? I think it's this year.
It's this season, I believe, because there was all that hoo-ha saying he'd already signed a pre-contract with Atletico, but like a few people have already said about it, if that was the case, Dean Smith would be well known about it, and I don't think the club will be willing to play him. So he must just still be looking for a club. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, I think we would have heard something. We hear about it all the time when allegedly they're not looking. So I would have thought we would have heard something, and we haven't. Let's just quickly look at this. This is what happened last time we played them, and I was watching it earlier on, and I thought, have I got the right season, and am I seeing the right seal at the side of the pitch? Because I mean, what the hell? We actually played well, and I'm thinking, like, who was that team? I mean, okay, let's just quickly run through this. 8 minutes in, Yuri Tielemans scores a goal. Bloody hell. Now, A, Yuri Tielemans scores a goal this season, and B, 8 minutes in. 17 minutes in, Harvey Barnes gets one. At 61 minutes, who knew? We make some substitution. Mendy comes on for Samare. Vardy comes on for Daka. And then suddenly my computer decided to sign me out. And I can't see what that is now either. So don't know if you can see it, who the third substitution was.
I can't see. No, I can't see anything. I can barely read it. I'll be honest with you on this screen.
I have got to re-sign back in. Bloody Google. There we go.
No, mate, I can't read that for love nor money.
It's loading up. It's just now I don't want to update my bloody password. Fuck off. Then we had. Let's just get this larger. Then we had Madison. Well, Pratt came on for Dewsbury Hall. Madison scored to make it 3-0, and then Jamie Vardy scored in the 77th minute to make it 4 after all Brighton had come on for Evans. I mean, it was. Like I say, I just could not believe that was this season.
Well, I mean, back then, Chris, I mean, I know it sounds like it was done in a different season altogether. It kind of was in a weird way because at that point, Wolves were rock bottom.
Yeah.
They were everybody, including their own fans' favourites for the drop. And how things have changed since that time, because that was on a period where Leicester kind of, I think we drew with Palace, beat Forest, beat Leeds, and then obviously beat
It was
Wolves.
October, just before the World Cup.
Yeah, it was funny enough when we had the form, that thing called, good form. But yeah, total contrast to where we are. I mean, obviously nobody's 100% writing Leicester off at this point. Not as dramatic as Wolves were getting written off in October, but you look at where they are to where we are, and it's not too dissimilar to the opposite effects of where they were and where we were before and after that game finished. So we gotta make sure we don't get the same result, if you know what I mean. We don't want Wolves coming here and smashing us 4-0 because, well, we'll never do a watch along or a show on Leicester ever again if that happened, would you, Chris?
No. And Boris, look, yeah, if Vardy scores a couple of goals, I will let you be smug.
Yeah, but if he scores 3, you're not allowed to be smug because you didn't ask permission for 3.
No. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. So yeah, I will give you that, Boris. We are literally 8 minutes away from kickoff. We'll be having another quick chat with. In fact, I tell you what, if I've got this ready.
Go back of the net.
That's not just for Vardy. That's for anybody that scores. But we will play that especially for you, Boris. Just if anybody's interested, by the way, just to say 20% off until 6 p.m. tonight on anything and everything on the Leicester City club shop on the website, or if you go down as well. So if you fancy yourself 20% off anything, and there's some sale bargains, even if it's already in the sale. I've actually spent 68 quid today. God, what you do when you're on when you retire day. But this is Leicester Till I Die, and just do what the X-Foxes do.
Hello, Matt Elliott here. Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
The Clappers are back. I've just seen it on the TV. The Clappers are back. The water in the pitch. When I look at the pitch, I still can't get my head around that blue carpet all the way around the edge. But look, going into this game, this Leeds and Everton, all within a week, you cannot have written it. If that was part of a thriller, you'd go, that would never happen, that you'd play 3 teams all around you like that towards the end of the season. It could be the biggest week in our recent history.
Oh, without a shadow of doubt, in terms of recent history, obviously, we're not talking about the obvious elephant in the room season. It's always going to be the club's biggest moment in their history. But yeah, in terms of recent, it even surpasses the FA Cup for me in terms of, I know that was huge, fourth time was a charm for us, but in terms of the club's future going forward and not stumbling the plans for the future development of this club, not just the structure of the club in terms of the stadium and that, etc., but going forward for the next 10 years as a footballing club, we need to make sure that these next 4 games are 9 points either way. And although Wolves on paper are probably the toughest out of our next 4 games, if you look at where they are in the league and how they're doing, it has to start with something today. Obviously, we've been dealt a nice card by Fulham not going on holiday and getting the job done over Leeds. So That's one result that can back us up. But
we've never taken advantage of
it.
those results, have we, this season?
No, but this needs to change, and this has to change. There's no we'll turn it around. We'll get it right by this point. We'll get it right by January. No, we're in the end game now, and we need someone to reverse the Thanos snap to our squad and reinvigorate them. So, by the sounds of his press conference and the way he talked when he was able to about the training and what he's seen from the lads, they clearly have shown him that desire. You know, he did say when the chips are down, basically you need to see a bit of fire in the belly, and that's what he's seen. So anyone that maybe had a little bit of niggly doubt that players that we see on the pitch today and going forward don't have their head in the right place is clearly something that Dean Smith will not be fooled by.
And you know, Söyüncü deserves his place in the squad. And, you know, Tielemans, like you say, I know he's not playing as forward as I would prefer him. I'd sooner him be part of the three in the next row. But if he's fit, he potentially is our most influential player. And, he should be playing. And I have to say, he played all right. He didn't play brilliantly because it was his first game back. But look, I've not been his biggest fan all season. But, you know, show us what you can do, Tielemans.
Yeah, and again, we kind of had that with Cags, didn't we, for the Man City game? The word clean slate was thrown around by Dean Smith. Very, very good word to use for it, because these players clearly have felt that it's not just words being said, it's actions, because straight in the team, like you said, Tielemans back in. And if the players feel like they're going to get a fair chance to actually, you know, forget what they get paid, because people will say, oh, they have to do that training, they earn so much. When you work your knackers off at work and you get no recognition, and you keep working your knackers off and still get no recognition, you kind of get fed up and start looking for another job, no matter what line of work it is. And the fact that these players are now thinking, you know what, I'm going to keep working my knackers off for this new guy, and he's actually going to reward me if I train really well. Well, we're seeing that in the evidence. And he's been smart with returning injuries, mentioning Barnes. He would have loved to have played him today, but again, we talk earlier about Maddison being ill, potentially 60-70% right.
Yeah.
Don't play him and risk him to miss the season. Play him Tuesday if possible.
I'm going to cut you off there because the players are about to come out, or the players are out, actually. They're lined up. It might
be that's a few minutes early.
Up and down. And hopefully see you at half-time.
Yeah. Has Sky, BT, or whatever it is you're watching on, have they actually figured out a formation, or have they thrown another spanner in the works?
I'm watching somebody from the Far East, so I don't
Allegedly.
I'm only going off the BBC, which is still showing it as a 4-2-3-1. So, hey, you know what I mean? I don't think that it's going to be a solid, whatever formation goes out these days, they've all got to be fluid and move around. So
there's three stages of play, so you'll never be able to. You'll guess it one out of, so you've got three chances to get it right.
Exactly. We'll see you at half-time, mate. Fingers crossed that we're talking about a couple of Leicester goals. It would be nice. Come on, Dean's Blue and White Army.
Yeah, come on, Leicester. Let's have the win.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Take care.
Take care.
Cheers. Thanks to Brad there. Check out Top 10 Battles. That's his channel. The link is in the description below, as always. And let me just get this set up here. There is, as it happens, it is the. Let's have a look what they've got. They've got it as a 4-2. This is the Premier League. Got it as a 4-2-3-1. Yep. So they're going for the same. So it is all out attack. Very, very interesting. You've gone for 1-0 today. Doug, that's all right. I've gone 7-0 to Nottingham Forest. Don't let it worry you. You better do us a favour today. You've let us down twice, Leeds and Forest, earlier on in the season. I don't care if you take the record and put 10 past them. Just bloody win, will you? What time's your kickoff? You've got a 3 o'clock one as well, Doug. Good luck. Luke is in. Good evening, Luke. Good afternoon, good morning, good day. And they are playing 4-4-2. 4-4-2 for Wolves. Dawson's in the back line. Gomez, Lamina, Nunes, and Saliba across the middle. Have a look. And the two up front are going to be obviously Costa and Cunha. A Brazilian and a Spaniard up front for Wolves today. Let's hope Costa. He's not impressed me since he's come back, but he did all right midweek. In the last game. So it's 4-2-3-1 for Leicester at home in blue, and Wolves 4-4-2 in their normal gold strip. I will just say, no spoilers. I don't care whether I know you, whether I don't know you. If you do a spoiler, basically before I announce it on the screen for this game, then basically you are kicked out. And I don't care, like I say, whether you're my best friend or my worst enemy, you go. No spoilers on this game whatsoever. Feel free to keep me updated on other games, just so we know what's going on there. I'm more than happy for you to do that. But like I say, a spoiler in this game will get you booted. There you go. You have been warned. There's no second chances. All right. Jeff is in. So the predictions I've got so far, he's gone 2-0. So I've gone 2-1 to Leicester. Brad's gone 3-0. Steve Lynex has gone 1-0 and have kicked off. Wolves are in the white away strip. Steve Lynex has gone 1-0 with his reverse psychology. Anthony's gone 2-1 to Leicester. Gray 2-1. Steve 2-0. Mick Paget 3-1. Shane 2-1. And Jeff has gone 2-0. All of those, obviously, to Leicester. We do need Tielemans to step up. At least, I say, I can't go too mad because we said we don't want to see Ndidi in this game. We don't. We said we wanted to see Soyuncu in this game. We have done. So let's give it a chance. 3 strikers on the pitch, guys. 3 strikers. Simon Stone is saying Forest are still in with a survival chance. Everybody is. That's a bit of a Michael Owen comment, isn't it? Everybody is in at the moment with a survival chance. And my stream has stopped. So Leicester are in the blue at the moment. I'm going to be quite a way behind, I'm afraid, but you pays your money, you takes your choice. Free kick to Leicester. Andy Madley is the man in the middle. And the table that you can see there should automatically update as and when it changes. So that is a live table. Let's hope we are slightly higher than that come the end of the season. I'm going to try and get it onto a stream that's a little bit further ahead. If anybody wants to match up with me, I'm currently on 2 minutes. Just clicked onto 2 minutes. Leon, I don't know whether they are. Look at the performance last night. Jesus, they played well. If you're saying Southampton are down at half-time, we would be down because we were bottom. I don't think Southampton necessarily are out of it. But, it's an amazing season. If you're not in this battle, then it's a great battle to watch. So, Leicester, like I say, in their all blue kit, playing from left to right. Breaking away. Go on, Vardy's through! Go on, Vardy! He passes it to Tete, who misses it! No! He hit it straight at the defender. What was Vardy doing? Why didn't he just slot that away? Oh my God, Vardy. Somebody once said that, Gray. It's a funny old game. What was Vardy doing? It was a superb breakaway by Leicester. We're going for we're in it here. We are definitely in it. Tielemans, all up, but it's over, I'm not sure, over somebody's head. I didn't see the number. Vardy, the old Vardy would have put that away. Well, he is old, isn't he? But you know what I mean? I think he could have scored that, Vardy. I really do. But Leicester are starting with intent here. Can everybody hear me okay, by the way? I just want to check. I've got a new, as you can see, a new microphone here, a new position for it, a new setup. It's a brand new microphone. So let me know what the sound is like, please. Because those that know me well will know that I have had quite a few problems with the microphones over the seasons. So Wolves get the ball in the far corner. No free kick to Leicester. They're bringing it away on the far side. Remember, Wolves are kicking right to left. Oh, cut out there. Lovely ball cut out. I think it was Sumari. Oh, a bad ball again played in. Tete, I think it was. Bad ball. It was just like, it was into the box, but just not to a player. Oh, Wolves are trying to claim a free kick, and the referee's not having any of it. Tielemans on the ball. Takes a long range shot, but it hits the defender. It's a throw in to Palace. A good start from Leicester. We are seeing a lot of the ball. We're not letting Wolves settle. Indeed. And it sounds good, mate. Sounds good. Brilliant. Hopefully sounds better than it was doing a couple of weeks ago. Yes. Oh, he just had it there, and then he's tried to side foot it in, did Tete. And I'm like, oh, come on. As I say, the Vardy of a few times ago would have slotted that away. I didn't know great whether to do a watch along for the snooker. Might be that might just be dragging it a little bit. Seven minutes on the clock. I think I'm going to have one of those days today where my stream won't stay online. Gaming, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are from. Hope you are well, sir. Don't forget, if anybody's new, please do subscribe to the channel. It does help us. We're trying to get to the 2K. And if whether you subscribed or not, please smash the likes. Basically, by doing that, the more likes we get, the more places the channel gets seen with, places that haven't subscribed to us. They see it on their home. Okay, on the Wolves Leicester page, I'm now seeing rugby. I do not know what's happening there. That's strange. That was the better feed. Now I've lost Leicester altogether, so bear with me, guys. I think my Leicester link has gone down. Oh no, it's back. I think that one is definitely rugby. There we go. So 0-0. Good start from Leicester, though. I'm currently on 7.5 minutes. If anybody wants to match up with time, it's 0-0 in all the games so far. Obviously, last night it finished 2-2. Sorry, 3-3 between Arsenal and Southampton. Fair play to Southampton. Everson got to the ball just in time there. And again, a wild pass from a Leicester player, Christensen. And obviously, earlier on today, Fulham did us a favour, beating Leeds 2-1. Nice touch at Hillsborough. Nottingham Forest supporters have raised a banner in support of the Hillsborough victims and calling for an end to tragedy chanting. I've got to say, lovely touch from Nottingham Forest, who of course were Liverpool's opponents at Hillsborough that day. Tragic tragedy. Everson's got the ball. Bounces it up and down, looking for what he's going to do with it. He's looking around. Just coming up to 9 minutes. Gray, stream is like a woman. Temperamentally, you never know what it's going to do. So Vardy's got the ball here. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Did it go out? Yes. No, it's not. It's not been given. I thought that went. I thought he'd stopped it then. But here come Wolves. Chipping it into the box. Headed clear by Soyuncu. But Wolves are on the attack again. Oh, and then a wild shot there by Sarabia. A left-footed shot wide of the left-hand post of Leicester. But he had too much time on the ball. Too much time. We got lots of 8 players back, I think we had then. 8 defenders. But he had too much time on the edge of the box. Indeed, Gray. Indeed. So Brentford are playing Aston Villa. Not too really bothered about that game. Palace, Everton, that will affect us. Obviously this one. And Liverpool, Forest. Between 9 and 11 minutes in, depending on the kickoff time. And we're looking at all 0-0s at the moment. Leicester are just appealing for everything. Just get on with the game. I don't know what Soyuncu was even appealing for then. Oh, excuse me. It's nice to see Soyuncu back, though. I have to be honest with you. I think it was awful. 53% possession for Leicester, which obviously means 47 to Wolves. They're just focusing on Costa at the moment, and they're in their grey and sort of light grey, dark grey strip. John Terry there, sat next to Sadler. A disastrous 2 games that was. It is grey. It is. Azerbaijan. And if you are into Eurovision, into Azerbaijan, I've just done their song. Oh, God. Bad news, guys. I haven't seen it because my stream's gone down, but Wolves have taken the lead 1-0. FaZe is looking around going, what are we doing? I think I might just give up with the football and go straight into Eurovision. 30 minutes gone, 1-0 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Kuna with the goal. what was the Leicester defence doing? Tielemans was doing it. Hold on, pass was to Tielemans. Tielemans was on the ball, and then he lost out. Way too easily was taken off him. Ah, well. Not what we need at all, Jeff. Yes, it is poor, and yet again, Gray. Yes, it is. I think it's just a case of them not talking to each other, you know. Because that pass to Tielemans didn't have anybody on him when Faith passed to him, but did anybody shout to him to say, man on? I don't know. Yeah, and Mark Schwartz has just said here, it's crazy playing out the back there. Tielemans manages to get a toe on the ball, then he's dispossessed and Wolves just pounce. Samari is down injured. I don't know, Gray. Maybe they're too scared. Maybe they're just like they powder puff girls. They can't talk. I don't know. my game keeps switching to somewhere in Italy. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It is. Talk to each other. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, Scott. How are you? Don't think we'll be in the Championship long. Betford has just said here, Wolves' goal against the run of play. It was, but they took it well. Because that is just typical Leicester. Had Vardy had the bottle to shoot and not chicken out of it, but look, only 17 minutes gone. Indeed, Russ. Indeed, welcome along. Vardy should have taken that chance. Christensen on the far side. Closed down immediately. Samori. Back it comes to Soyuncu on the halfway line. Plays it across to Tielemans. Tete now Lovely through ball. Oh, Jesus. Somebody take responsibility. Wolves clear it. Are we trying to tippy-tappy it into the fucking goal again? Still 0-0 in all the other games. Well, he got robbed for the goal, Scott. Tete gets a free kick, I believe, here. Leicester have failed to win their past 8 matches when conceding the opening goal in the Premier League, dating back to February against Tottenham. Wolves are up to 37, and to be honest with you, if they win this, Wolves are safe. Why does this keep freezing? Yeah, mistakes that you wouldn't expect an under-10s team to make, but Leicester City powder puff girls seem to make every week. It's unbelievable. This team does not deserve to be in the Premier League. Still 1-0 to Wolves. 20 minutes gone. Does it matter whether Liverpool beat Forest or Palace beat Everton? Not at all. Not at all. To be quite honest with you, I wish the Premier League would dock us some points and put us out of our misery. least you can win the odd game, Luke. I'm gonna reload my stream. I'll be 3-0 down when I come back, but for fuck's sake. Three corner kicks to Wolves, none to us. I might start watching the rugby. It actually looks more exciting. Tenner, that was good value, mate. Feel sorry for him. Crowd look very quiet at the moment. I'm not surprised. We've let Wolves back into this. It's all Wolves at the moment. "23 watching, guys. Please do smash the likes. It really does help." Fucking hell, we can't even pass the ball out of defence. Jesus fucking Christ. Another corner to Wolves. What have I got on the banner? Oh yeah, I've got it the wrong way around. Wishful thinking. Wishful fucking thinking. Wolves have had 48 attacks to our 29. We are at home. We are fighting to stay in this fucking division, and our team has had 29 attacks to their 49. It's painful to watch. It is painful to watch. I tell you what, if I am going to go, I'm going to go into the pooper scoop business, because I will go down to the King Power and sell every one of those fans a pooper scoop, because there's so much shit on that pitch. It would take 30 odd thousand of them to clean it up. Yeah, 4-0 in corners. They've had 5 shots to our 2. Maybe, Boris, it's Vardy. If you have to look at this every week and go, what's happening with Vardy? Maybe Vardy is not that super player that you seem to think he is anymore. Oh, look, another Dacker's on his arse, saying, "What's going on? Get up, you moaning bastard." And Vardy's injured now. He's down injured. Maybe a good excuse to get him off. Attacking. I don't think our guys know what that is, Jeff. Oh, hang on. Penalty for Leicester. Is this a penalty for Leicester? It's saying Leicester City penalty. I don't know. Remember, Daniel, no spoilers. It's a straight kick. Anybody confident that we're going to score it? Vardy takes Inacho's pass in his stride and rounds it. Who takes the forward down. Referee madly but quickly points to the spot and awards City a penalty. It looks like Vardy is injured in the process and has begun receiving treatment. I think this fucking stream was any good. So I'm guessing we've got to wait for Vardy's injury to be dealt with. Wonder who's going to take the penalty. Looks quite like he's quite badly injured. He's really down. Yeah, Boris, you could be right there. And it's 1-1. We have scored, and I can't even get excited about it. Penalty. The clear penalty, says Beckford. And Iheanacho took the penalty, and Iheanacho scores. So we're looking at 37 minutes. And I can't get excited by it, but in fairness, Kelechi Iheanacho has scored, and I think we should at least give him the credit of this. So it's 1-1. Tielemans missed a penalty for us not so long ago. I like Kelechi's penalties. Right, let me update the banner. See, I should have left that one up, Gray. Was it Gray who said? He is. We should be singing that for him, shouldn't we, really? Lena, welcome along. How are you all? How are you all? How are you? We are all okay. Thank you very much. Certainly a bit better now. It has been a long time, Nate. It has been a long time indeed. A bit of luck there. Just try something, actually. No, I can't. So it's 1-1. Turned away there, updating my thing, and I didn't even see the penalty. It said as cool as you like, so I'm presuming it was a nice slot away from Kells. I've got the worst stream going in the world, so please bear with me. So it's 1-1. I don't think we deserved it, if I'm being honest with you. From what I've seen, we don't deserve it, but Vardy did what Vardy does, gets us a penalty. And Cole scores it. It's 1-1. Still, all the other 3 games that are being played are 0-0. Okay, we got you there, Daniel. At least you saw that before I put it up. You were lucky there. Really good penalty. At least we did something right. Why does my stream keep fucking over to Saluzzo in Italy? So it's 1-1. We are about 36 minutes. I'm going to throw this computer into the bin soon. A yellow card for Wolves and a free kick to Leicester. So we are on 26 points. We are 2 points above Southampton, but as it stands, 2 points behind Forest. Come on, Liverpool. 41 minutes gone and you've not scored against Forest. Fucking Scousers. Tell you what, you're a lot quicker at that at nicking bloody car wheels, tyres than you are bloody scoring goals. Blue Kate is in. Well done, Blue Kate. How are you? It's been a while. Hope you are well. Have you been following the Eurovision shows, and do you agree with my scores? Every 2 seconds it's fucking streaming. It's ridiculous. And then it swaps over to fucking Saluzzo in Italy. I don't want to fucking watch that Italian game. Jesus Christ. Kate, sorry to hear that. Hope you are feeling better. Take care of yourself and stay safe. Nil Palace Everton. It's 0-0 in all the other games. Coming up to half time. Every single game is being drawn at the moment. How shit are Liverpool this season? Can't even get a fucking goal when they're at home to Nottingham Forest. Could Forest do the double over them? I think, Lena, I think you, well, everybody's answered your question there. Not sure what you're hinting at there, Lena, but just keep it clean. Or keep it respectful, I should say. Honestly, Blue, you're just not satisfied. You've got to outdo everybody else, haven't you? Once isn't good enough for you. You got to have it twice. Oh, you're okay. 38 attacks to Leicester, 74 to Wolves. Basically sums the game up, I'm afraid. It's going to be interesting to see what Brad has to say about this load of pile of poo. Is it 4 minutes of injury time? I can't even be bothered to do that, Gray. I can't. That is how bored I am with Leicester. Obviously, I'll get excited if we actually go in the lead, but we're just that awful. They need to hammer some players to the bloody cross, I think, Lena. I haven't got the turtles on, to be honest with you. I've been redoing all my jingles, and I don't have the turtles, I don't think, anyway. And it's half time, and it is 1-1. Look, I'm going to go and have a pee. So I will be back in the very, about 2 minutes, I guess. So don't go away. 1-1 half time. Wolves, the much better team, and actually deserve to be winning. That's all I'm going to say at this point. We'll see what Brad has to say in a few minutes. Don't go away.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
I don't think we could beat a bloody feather duster at that performance. That's my thoughts. Let's have a look what my erstwhile colleague is going to say, and we'll bring him in and say, good afternoon, Brad. What a load of shit.
No, not really. I think you're being a bit harsh on the performance. I think the first 10 minutes we saw exactly what Dean Smith had been talking about. We had Wolves up against the back foot, and then Leicester, in typical Dr. Leicester fashion, gave Wolves the ball, gave them the goal, gave them the impetus. I kind of get why it does look like it was really bad, because it was such a... I mean, I was taking notes throughout the game. In the first 10 minutes, though, mate, I didn't have anything negative to write about how we were going about things, apart from the fact that Vardy maybe should have had the shot instead of trying to square it. The problem is it was the same old Leicester from about the 11th minute, when Wolves scored, to about the 30th minute, and I couldn't write a single thing positive about Leicester. I had lacking bodies on the counter, Wolves look at ease, same old Leicester. Why is Daka on the left? Needs to change it up. And then Vardy kind of rolled back the years, didn't he? He finally got the ball early in behind their defence. Clear as day penalty.
I'm going to be honest with you. My feed is so shy that I keep ending up watching an Italian game that includes Lucio. If I go on to my other link, it's bloody rugby union. So I can't really say how we are doing. But from what we look shy. We've had 41 attacks. They've had 74. Who's at home and who's in fucking trouble? And we've had 41 attacks.
Yeah, I mean, again, they defer attacks was probably more or less to giving them the ball back every time they were having one single attack. So probably 3 or 4 of their attacks were rolled into one. But no, I get it, especially if you've been struggling to see it and you've probably had to endure what felt like 4 hours of the same old Leicester for that 15 minutes that Wolves were rightly in control. And look, I'm not going to deny it, penalty or not, it was a penalty. Yeah. But the goal came against the run of play, because Wolves, it made that whole stadium was starting to feel like, here we go, no matter what this guy does in charge, no matter how he lines us up, it's just not going to click for us. And it was weird. The first 10 minutes were matched by the last 15. The second we got that goal, we found our energy levels again. It's just
the BBC
concerning.
They've said Leicester dominated the start, sure to get out their own half for the next 20 minutes before finishing strongly. But
pretty much it, mate.
But tell me, I used to teach my my son's under 11s team, and you know what? They knew how to pass a ball. They knew how to warn other players if there's a player coming in on them. Why do some of these players not speak English? Faze plays it out to Tielemans. And in fairness, he had nobody on him. He fucked about on the ball. He was closed down, lost the ball. Did not one other Leicester player bother to shout and go, player on?
The problem is, the problem with Leicester's frailties is they've not gone away all season, Chris, and we've seen this since game week 1, and this is game week 31, 32. We have not seen a change, and that's what I mean. You could literally take the first 10 minutes and put them in the bin, because for all the positives that I was able to write down that first 10 minutes, I threw my notepad across the room when I looked up, when I was watching my phone, because I obviously trying to write notes and look at it, because Wolves scored. And it feels like a goal we've conceded every week, or every Tuesday night game, or whenever we've played. It feels like a goal we are so used to seeing. But we're missing that part of start as you mean to go on, because in the middle period, Chris, if you'd have tuned in late to that game and you'd have seen Wolves 1-0 up, you'd have thought, same old fucking Leicester, and I wouldn't have blamed anybody here. And it took a penalty. It took Wolves kind of getting caught out, having a few light bodies back instead of men behind the ball to give us that chance and penalty. But since that penalty, Leicester seem to have their energy back up. I mean, like I said, I was writing 10-minute notes, which I'm sure staff, Dean Smith will be doing, writing little notes down. And from the 11th minute to the 35th, I didn't write a single positive about us. I even contemplated saying, take Tete off, go 4-3-1-2, put Pratt on, and we needed to change something drastically. And he still might. I don't know. But that last 10 minutes, if you will, because that's when we scored the penalty and was back level, afternoon, mate, was what we needed to see. And again, it matched the start. It was just that the middle. It was like a badly written book. It was a great start, a confusing middle where nothing happened, and then suddenly it ends. And that's how the first half felt. So it's not been as bad as it may feel, but it's just been the same old Leicester in terms of the mistakes they made when they went 1-0 down.
3 strikers on, and we can't score a goal from open play.
No, but again, we've barely done that all season, have we, Chris? Madders and Barnes are our top scorers.
We've only ever had 1 striker on at a time. We've stuck all 3 on, and it doesn't make any difference. I mean, again, do we have strikers that don't know, what that sort of, those 3 bits of white wood are, and the, netting behind it?
Yeah, I think lack of confidence definitely does Vardy in that chance in the first 10 minutes as well. Because yes, the idea, when you try and square it to give it to an open net, in a sense, with Tete, yes, it was well blocked, and Tete did all he could. He hit it first time, to be fair. But that tells you that he hasn't got the confidence to put it past or round, or put the ball, hit the ball round a goalkeeper and maybe a defender to put it in the net. He's trying to walk it in and almost guarantee the goal, and it came and bit us on a thing. One thing I will say, though, about 3 strikers being on pitch and not knowing what to do with them, I was thinking maybe we'd go 2 up front, stick Daka up front, have Iheanacho play as Madders role, and put Pratt on for Tete. But what he's actually done is something that I kind of, and I won't show you the notes because it's all covered. It looks like a 5-year-old scribbled everywhere on it. But I had Daka on the left and Vardy up front on his own, but I had interchangeable arrows. And I noticed that when we lost our footing in the game, Dean Smith actually, and I will say what he mouthed the words, he was doing this like, why aren't you? And then he said, well, fucking get stuck into them then. He clapped his hands together and basically said, get the effing stuck into them then. I think the likes of maybe Tillemans and that were moaning that they were getting taken off the ball easy. He's like, well, if you're twisting like a ballerina, but how about you get stuck in on them?
Yeah.
So...
Well, it's good, and yes, Lena, I still do have some seal bar left, believe it or not. As bad as we are, how shit are Liverpool? 0-0, can't even score against Forest, who conceded 6 the other week, and it's at Anfield. I mean, as I said earlier, if this was Carl Wheels, they'd be 4-0 up by now, but they can't score a fucking goal to look. How shit are Liverpool?
Well, again, you talk about our season. It's a story of Liverpool's season, isn't it? Every time that Liverpool fans, I know Doug's in the chat, I've seen him pop up early. I don't know if he'll be in now because he's probably doing the game, obviously.
Yeah.
But Doug will probably say the same about Liverpool in the sense of every time we look like we've got going, we go and drop some points or we have a poor performance. So, yeah. I mean, as long as we survive, it could be worse. We could support Liverpool this season, I guess.
Yeah, but I'd take it. I mean, I'd even support Arsenal, and they'd be pissed off at the fact that we're still top. That's how. I mean, I just think, we've got no options as to. Oh, let's bring a different striker on. Oh, we haven't got any. It'd be interesting to see what he does at half time.
It will. I wouldn't rule out changes. I don't know if maybe getting that impetus in the last 15 minutes and really going at Wolves. Because one thing I will say is Wolves were happy when Leicester were losing. But when it was 0-0, we were the better side. And when it was 1-1, we were the better side. Wolves did not know how to handle the old Leicester, because you did see it. You did see it. But that 10 minutes where it was all Wolves was so painful. I can understand why you think it was a shower of shite, mate. I will give you that much. I'm not questioning your initial opinions of that first half.
I just, like I say, but nobody's doing us a favour at the moment, because every other game is well, nobody's winning. It's 0-0, 0-0, 1-1, 0-0. Leicester are back in the tunnel. I'm just seeing if
we can't keep looking for other teams to do us a favour anyway.
Kieran Dewsbury Hall's on. I think I've just seen him. Yeah, and we're holding up a board. Kieran Dewsbury Hall is coming out. Adam Sadler's got his arm round him. Samare, unfortunately, the bad news is Samare is still on. Oh, look, fucking kicking off, and it's fucking wanking streaming again. It was all right about half time. As soon as the fucking football starts.
So who's Dewsbury Hall come on for? Is it Samora, did you say?
Number 9 has come. No, number 22 has come off. That's Daka, isn't it?
No, Daka's 20. Tete's 20. No, Dewsbury Hall's 22, isn't he?
Oh, well, number 9's come off then.
So Vardy's off.
Vardy's off. But then again, he did go down badly injured, didn't he? It wasn't just a knock. So, again, sensible maybe. Are we going to
maybe
now, though?
Yeah, maybe I'm getting my wish, because I actually did write. Where is it? Where's my notes? I wrote it about a minute before the penalty, so I maybe talked it into tuition. I wrote Daka left wing, right. Obviously, he's not taking Tete off. It's Vardy he's taken off. But I've gone, maybe we'll go to that 4-3-1-2.
Yeah.
Who knows?
After everything I just said about Liverpool, there's been a goal and Jota has scored 1-0 to Liverpool. Love Liverpool.
Yeah, I've always liked that Jota. I never thought he's a wanker for the way he's celebrated against us.
No, I think Liverpool are going to walk there. I've always said Liverpool, what a great side they are. Right, mate, I'll see you at full time. Second half's kicked off, and fingers crossed that we can get an early goal like Liverpool.
Hopefully, mate. I'll see you at full time. Hopefully, cheering up a bit.
Yeah. Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So here we go then. Let's just rearrange myself, rearrange my underwear, and here we go. So that's the league table live. And as we look at it now, has it updated yet? Let's have a look. I'm not sure whether that's updated yet or not. Are you on 27 points still, Luke? Anyway, Vardy is off, and to be fair to Vardy, he was injured with the ankle. Well, he had an ankle injury in the challenge that resulted in the penalty, so it might be due to that. But if we go two up, then yeah, at the moment we're still a point behind Forest, so that hasn't changed, unfortunately, folks. So what you're seeing there is correct. Dewsbury Hall's lost his boot already. So Leicester all in the blue, kicking towards the Kop now, from right to left with the free kick. And Wolves are defending in their away grey mixed strip. And they're kicking left to right, defending the Kop. Let's see. Apparently Madison's just posted on his Instagram that he has got a sickness bug. It comes in the cross. Oh, Samari does it in, but nobody challenging. And the goalkeeper Neves goes up, and he just not Neves, but the goalkeeper goes up and just collects it, and like, no, thank you, that's mine. Nobody's even going for him. Nobody's making an attempt to go for it. I mean, at least make a fucking effort. If you knock him down, they get a free kick. So what? Just stand there and say, "Oh, let the goalkeeper have it." So, I know I'm not going to say too soon, but 3 minutes. 3 minutes for my watch along, and it's not buffered yet. What's going on? I don't understand what's going on. Leicester come forward. Sumare on the ball. Christensen to Daka. Daka across the middle. Castagna in the middle of the pitch. Faze comes away, running it into the box. Dewsbury Hall! Ooh! Dewsbury Hall has a shot there, just wide. It was bending away from the goal, and unfortunately, it did go a bit wide. But this looks interesting from Leicester. For fuck's sake, Liverpool, what are you doing? Can't trust Liverpool. Didn't I say they're a load of. They don't even want to be English. Let's be honest with you. The sooner we sack them off and let them be their own little country. Although having said that, what would they do for benefits then in Liverpool? Not a lot. So we've started first 5 minutes of the second half. We've looked more up for it. In fairness, like I've said to Brad, I didn't really see that much of the first half, but oh come on, Nacho, you gave up on that. You gave up on that. It helps sales, doesn't it, Boris? It helps sales. Oh, good. Is it? Oh, God, will you get? Oh, so we've got a free kick. Mad defending there from Leicester. Mad defending. Kieran Dewsbury Hall on the near side, running down the wing. Overlap from Christensen, but he goes inside. Plays the 1-2. Still got it. Chips into the box, but it's an easy header out for the Wolves player, and Wolves have now got possession. But they give it away, and it's with Christensen on the near side, who lets it go out for a throw-in. Leicester got it on the far side now. Hopefully the commentary will be a little bit better for you guys now that I can actually watch what's going on. Soyuncu tries to play a long ball through, but it only goes as far as the Wolves player, and Wolves have got the break on. Wolves are clear on the far side. It's 3 against 4. Oh, he saves it with his feet. Oh, wow. What? And it might have been an offside. Why didn't he flag? Yeah, well, yeah, I think it was offside. But, I mean, Iverson went down, had to stave it with his feet. Casper X. Liverpool, are they now 2-1 up? Lovely. I've always said those Scousers are lovely people. Absolutely love the Scousers. I won't have a word said against them. that is 2-1 to Liverpool. And they've just said this is very Michael Owen-esque here. Jermaine Beckford, if you don't shoot, you don't score. No shit, Sherlock, really? So we are back. We are back to 2. Well, Jota 2, Nottingham Forest 1, Leicester City 1, Wolves 1. First 5 minutes was excellent for Leicester, but Wolves are kind of coming into it. A draw. Wolves won't be disappointed with a draw. We will be. They do deserve the benefits at the moment, Jeff. You're quite right. Who's he playing, Gray? So Leicester got it on the far side. Chipped the ball in. Oh, it's cleared. Well, blocked by Wolves, and they come away into our half. Free kick to Wolves. Please take Samari off. Good start to the second half. There's literally just the one player there, Wolves defender in his own half, and it's booted upfield, and it's offside for Wolves. How did he upset him? I'm not sure what you're getting at. Did you mean upset him as in he's beat him before, or? So as we look at now Everson's got the sun in his eye, so why doesn't he wear a fucking hat? Faze Tunsu gets his head to it. Tielemans, don't know what you're doing, Tielemans. Pass the fucking ball. You're not Messi. You're not that good. Don't think you can do it all on your fucking own. Tries to play a ball through and it doesn't. It goes straight to a Wolves player and it's now with Costa. Oh, and Christensen boots it upfield there. But again, it's just only as far as the Wolves player, and Wolves try to come away with it, but they lose it to Leicester. Now then, here we go. Tete running forward with it. Superb ball through. Daka! Oh! Oh my God! Jose Sarr! Dylan Everson saved it with his feet. Oh, well, he's getting what he deserves then, Gray. Yeah, they deserve them as long as they keep winning. I thought Daka was going to put it in then, and then Dewsbury Hall tried to follow it up, but to be honest with you, he was closed down very well by a Wolves defender. And it's a goal kick to Wolves. Glenn Murray, former Brighton striker, is asking where was Forest's defending. There's a couple of substitutions, I think, coming on for Wolves now. In the 56th minute. Yeah, saved it by a foot. I think Wolves are a bit confused as to who's coming off. Sarabia is going off. We'll just wait for the confirmations of the substitutions. So 2 substitutions made. Sarabia and Costa are off. Costa's come off. Doesn't look too happy. He's asking why. So Sarabia 21, Costa 29 off. Costa is shaking hands, but he's not happy. He's not happy. And coming on, we've got Huang at number 11 and Martino number 28. Nice turn from I think it was Tete. Leicester have it on the near side. Christensen. up to Dewsbury Hall, Dewsbury Hall, who can't keep it in. And here, Leicester on the front foot, says Mark Schwarzer. Tef, if you want to come in and spam the chat, you get timed out first, and then next time you'll get blocked. So booking there for Sumare, I think. As he's taken Gomez out. But anyway, Mark Sports are saying Leicester a little bit more on the front foot. Dewsbury Hall is not really in that number 10 role. He's changed with Tielemans, and they are both in a more advanced position. So they're definitely going for more attacking options. Yeah, he's been timed out, Gray. He's been timed out. So it's a free kick. What do you mean, Leicester for life? Yeah, not for long. I had salmon paste last night for the first time. I haven't seen it for years. I see what you mean. Well, the free kick, I'm going to be honest with you, was very close. But it hit the netting on the top of the goal. So Christensen on the near side. Nobody's given him an option, really. And fun enough, guess what? We lose it. Sumare, is it? Coming away with it. Oh, good run. Fair play to Sumare. It was a good run. He held the Wolves defender off. He's not going to be knocked over easily. Leicester now just playing it around, but they're looking for the opening, but they can't find it. Wolves are back in numbers. Oh, and then what? Tielemans, what the fuck was that? Just play it. Just give it to Wolves, why don't you? God's sake, no wonder nobody's come in for you, Tielemans. You fucking shite at times. What the hell was that? I mean, it's a pass straight to a Wolves player. Get off the pitch if you're going to play like that. The Wolves coming in for an offer for you, Tielemans. Is that why you're giving the ball to them? I hadn't seen it for absolutely ages. Thiago and Nunes are on at Anfield. Fabinho and Gakpo are off. Offside again for Wolves. Tielemans so patchy. Yes, he is. Like I say, I'm coming forward. Hang on a second. And we give it away again. Get ourselves into a good position and we give it away. Yeah, it's just... I'd laugh if nobody comes in for Tielemans. Really would. Oh, there's a warning there for the Wolves manager, being told to stay in his technical area. Wolves have it in their own half on the near side. It's about to go over to the far side, across the defence, chipping it into our half, back onto the near side. But Sumare cuts it out. Good, well done, Sumare. But then again, it's booted out and it goes straight to a Wolves player. 63 minutes gone. Brentford 0, Villa 0, Palace 0, Everton 0, Leicester 1, Wolves 1, as of course you can see, and Liverpool 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Apparently Jota was close to his hat-trick then. Neat little bit of play at the moment by Wolves. We've let Wolves back into it. Out for a goal kick. Well shield it out. A new player we've signed. Soyuncu again having a great game for me. Having a great game. Yeah, Brentford just gone up 1-0 against Villa. Ivan Toney going to the BBC. It's been coming. Leicester coming back. Leicester come forward with Dewsbury Hall. Tries to chip it over. It goes absolutely nowhere. But it's back with Christensen on the near side. Looking for somebody to pass it to. Passes it back to Soyuncu just inside our own half. Plays it across to Faze. It's like watching the Hair Bear bunch. Oh, come on! Come on! That's a booking. That was cynical. That was cynical. Pulled Faze back there. He had no intention of even trying to go for the ball. Apparently Forest have equalised, have they? Corner to Leicester. That's our first corner. If you loved your John, yeah. Well, what do you expect him to do, Boris? Have you ever been sick and not had a day off ill? Maybe you should try running around for 90 minutes, and with a dicky tummy and a sick feeling. Chipped into the box in the corner. Soyuncu! Oh my God! What a save from the goalkeeper. Tomorrow's got the ball, but he loses that. But the referee's blown. Oh, Liverpool! Honestly, fucking stop the benefit. Stop the benefit for Liverpool. They don't deserve it. It was a good shot and turn by Samori. Tielemans is off. Good. Tielemans is off. Oh, fucking hell, indeed he's come on. What? Fucking hell. What the fuck has indeed he come on for? Somebody just said Forest have got fight. They have. Wow, is it seriously, Gray? What a game. Always love them Scousers. I've got to say, though, to Forest, fair play to you guys, because every time you go behind, you get it back. Salah has scored, and it's Christian with a throw-in on the near side here. 68 minutes gone. Point will not be good enough. You could argue that this is the hardest game of the three. Oh, come on, referee. No? What the fuck are you looking at? He took him, bundled him down. Oh, another referee that's being paid by the opposition. We've got the best league in the world and the shittest referees. Bringing in Howard Webb has made absolutely no difference at all to the standard. I don't know, Blue. Gives them something. Gives these plonkers something to do, doesn't it? Saves them having to sort of pull themselves off. They come on here or come on to chats and do that. "23 watching. Smash those likes, please." Yeah, probably could, to be honest with you. 71 minutes gone, still 1-1. Oh, and that's a free kick, you wanker. Andrew Madley, you are in Wolves' paper. You are a cheat, Andrew Madley. You're fucking taking bribes. If that was a free kick, why the hell wasn't one to against Dewsbury Hall earlier? Andrew Madley is taking bribes. It's as simple as that. There's no other explanation for it. Andrew Madley is a cheat and he is taking bribes. Daka now. He falls over in the box. And the ball's just given away. Well, who knew? 3 fucking strikers on the pitch and we can't do fuck all. Well, 2 now because we took Vardy off. "73 minutes, coming up to the last 15 minutes. Villa are losing. Everton and Palace are 0-0. We're 1-1, thanks to the referee. We and Liverpool are winning 3-2. No, it's not, Jeff. You're quite right. You are quite right. It's not good enough. Yeah, 90th minute winner would be nice. A bit desperate defending there, but it comes through with Daka on the near side. Dewsbury Hall to the left of him. And Pay lays it to him. What can Dewsbury Hall do with it? He plays it back. We're not going to score if we keep playing it backwards. Sumare across the field to Faze. Faze on the far side to Tete, who's not really had a good game for me, Tete. So an attack turns into defensive play. Now Daka, it's fallen nicely for him. It's crossed in. It's over the heads. And Sarr just kicks it upfield. Leicester have got it. Sumare's got it. Oh, lovely ball through to Christensen. Pulls it back. 2-1. Yes. Castagna. Probably the best move. Probably the best move of the game from Leicester City. 75 minutes. 2-1. An assist from Christensen. And it was just, it was a great, great move. I mean, just look at this here. It's played to Daka. Back to Sumare. Lovely ball through to Christensen. Pulls it back. It's behind Iheanacho. And Christensen's there. What a pullback. What a pullback. Well, don't say it then, Leicester. It's as simple as that. But that is the best move of the game. And again, even if you're thinking what I think you're thinking there, even by putting that, you're giving it away. So just keep stum. It's not rocket science, guys. And I might give you a timeout anyway, Leicester. It is not rocket science. Just keep your fucking fingers on your dicks and don't type anything. It's all you've got to do, Leicester. It's not rocket science. Just do it. Now, I like this on the BBC. 1634. A Leicester goal would lift them out of the relegation zone as it stands, but it was Wolves doing most of the attacking. Attack, 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 chant the home fans. An attack Leicester did. Castagna, 61 minutes later, Leicester 2, Wolves 0. Where that should put us out of the bottom three as things stand on goal difference. We are in 17th, everybody. Daniel, that is so true. Oh, come on. Iheanacho. Oh, he took too long. Come on, he's lost it now. It comes back. Oh, and it comes off the player from Daka. Iheanacho didn't really have it. He just didn't get it in a good position to shoot. That would have put the game to bed. Is it too late for Europe? Oh, I think we're in Russia's hands. If they declare war, then yes, we could be into Europe. I think that's the only way. But we are 17th, 28 points, minus 13. Everton 28 points, minus 22. Our goal difference could be the thing that makes the difference. Leicester strikers are out of the game, but in swoops full-back Timothy Castagna to slide the ball into the bottom corner. There's a throw into Wolves on the far side. 78 minutes gone. Hey, look, if we finish 17th at the end of the season, Pratt's on. What's happened? I missed that. Dennis Pratt has come on. I'm not sure who's gone off. Everton have got a player sent off. Everton are down to 10 men. Forest have just hit the woodwork. Jermaine Beckford is impressed with that finish from Castagna. I'm just getting lots of practice in blocking people today, aren't I? I'm not bothering with timeouts anymore. Unfortunately, there's been more bad than good at the moment. But at the moment in this game, can we hold on? 11 minutes to go. This is Leicester City. No! Oh, side netting. Side netting. Oh, fair play to the Wolves striker, Tote. He comes in and not being picked up on the far side. Totally not being picked up. Nobody was picking him up there. Defending was fucking awful. I know you just scored, Castagna, but you cannot let your player have that much room. Another substitution for Wolves. Who did Pratt come on for? I still don't know. I still don't know. Did somebody say Tete earlier? Thank you, Lena. I didn't tie in when you said that before that you're answering me. I should have been Pratt from the start. I don't know. 2-1, 10 minutes to go. Oh, this is going to be a long 10 minutes. I hope everybody's clinching their buttocks together. So, Leicester here. I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. You got to feel good. You got to feel good. Yeah, put your seatbelt on. Definitely. Definitely put your seatbelt on. Leicester's got to go. Goodbye, Leicester. Thanks very much for popping in and enjoying the chat. Take care. So Everton down to 10 men. Can Palace take advantage of that? I've no idea because my stream's just gone off. That's Bam. It's probably that's Barat Boomer again. That's showing me a Sheffield United game. Jesus Christ. What is going on here? Don't do this to me with 10 minutes to go. Seven minutes to go now, but this is Leicester. Roll the dice, Leon. Like it. Like it. Leicester now. Oh, Daka. through ball. I think it was from KDH. Daka just didn't quite get to it, and there was a defender in there just to take it off him. We are counting down the minutes. 5 minutes to go. Palace are throwing everything at Everton. I don't want to see Sheffield United. I don't want to see Sheffield United. Another Leicester substitution. Don't know who it is because my stream's down. It's showing me Sheffield United for some reason. So unsure with a shot off target there. It's still Palace 0, Everton 0. I'm having to watch Sky Sports here now. We're coming up to 4 minutes. Mark Schwarzer says Leicester are in a relegation dogfight. We sure are. We sure are. I'm just looking here because if Forest get another equaliser, that will give them 28 points, but they would still be below us if we hold on to the 2-1. 20 yet because of the goal difference is so awful. But I've got to say, fair play to Forest today. They're fighting away. They're fighting away. We just need Palace now to get another goal. Come on, Palace. We are into the last 4 minutes. This is just why. This was any other team but Leicester. You think, yeah, just 4 minutes. Yeah, that is the problem for Forest. It is their goal difference. It's like to be honest with you, our good goal difference. We've said it. It's always been said for as long as I can remember. Minus 33. That does give you. Minus 13 for us. Oh, we're back to Manchester City, Sheffield United in the FA Cup. Don't fucking want that. Why does it keep clicking over to that? Still 3-2. The corner to Wolves. 5 corners to them, 1 to us. Villa have equalised. It's 1-1. It's still 2-1 here at Leicester. Castagna with the goal. Great save from Iverson there. Indeed, Blue. Indeed. Leicester should give it some after this win. We've not won it yet, Leon. Don't tempt fate. We've not won it yet. And nobody's told me off because I've not updated the score on the bottom. I've been that excited on us actually doing it. Nobody's told me that I didn't update it. One job, guys. One job. Come on. Can we see this out? It's a throw into Wolves on the far side. How are we? He said, "How are you feeling, Leicester fans? I'm shitting myself." I think they're going to show. Oh, I thought they were going to show the save then. Daka was down. Hopefully you will, Jeff. You've not had too many of those this season, have you? A VAR check for a Wolves penalty? You're lucky there, Daniel, that I said it just before I saw it. Remember what I said? No spoilers until you hear me say it. I don't think that's a penalty. I know, Lena, I know. Daniel, please wait till you hear me say it, remember. 91 minutes. We are into injury time. And I've frozen again. It's been an absolute... I'm sorry, guys, that this hasn't been very good today, but my stream has been fucking awful. But you know what? Exeter are winning in the rugby. I can get that okay. Anyone know how many minutes of injury time there are? Five. Bloody hell. We've got about 3 to go. Forrest have just missed another chance. Too stressed. I had hair at the start of this game. Oh, I tell you what, if we win today, this is now going to become my lucky top. Oh my good God. Down into the last 2 minutes. I've done this for a while. Jermaine Beckford. This is going to be an absolutely humongous result for Leicester. Humongous does not come near it. Oh my God. My stomach is churning. Honestly, if Madison's watching, he's probably puking up into a bucket. About 2 minutes to go, I think. Ruben Neves shoots wides. We're into the last minute here. Come on, Leicester. Liverpool's all over. Liverpool have won at Palace. No, they haven't. They've won against Forest. Mo Salah getting the winner there. Oh, it's a free kick from Wolves. Come on, Leicester. Hold fucking on. Hold on. That's it. It's over. It's over. Leicester City have won. Yes. Yes. 2-1 to Leicester City. Oh, here we go.
It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home.
Oh, 2-1 to Leicester City. What a result. Thank you, Liverpool. You made us sweat, but thanks for what you did. I've got a look here. Palace 0, Everton 0. Oh, they're hugging. Tielemans has run onto the pitch to hug his teammates. He was, of course, captain. He has run on full-time. Leicester fans in fine voice, I'm guessing. What a win. What a win. That is probably the biggest win of the season. Palace and Everton has finished 0-0. Thank you, Luke. Thank you very much, mate. I've got to say, I'm going to have to say it now. Full credit to Nottingham Forest, because you are fighting, mate. You are fighting. But I'm just going to have to do something very quickly, so bear with me, ladies and gentlefolk. Please get your comments in. Oh, 2-1! I went 2-1. I went 2-1. I get 3 points in the prediction league because I went 2-1. Oh, Brad, what have you been doing, mate? What were you doing? Right, let me just save this here, please. Well, it was not pretty by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just going to go. I will be back in a minute. Just talk amongst yourselves, and we'll be back and having a very quick post match.
It's been a fortress throughout the campaign. Are they going to be champions? We wait for confirmation. Let's story to crew.
Wow, how's your bum, Brad?
Oh, mate, what a half of football to drain your emotions. I got emotional. I'm not gonna lie. I started tearing up, mate, because I was like, it's such a relief, and
Yeah.
oh, it feels better, doesn't it? I mean,
Well, yes. I mean, okay, let's just go through a few comments. Jermaine Beckford, I mean, I love the way Jermaine Beckford said he did a Michael Owen, you're not, if you don't shoot, you're not going to score. And he came out at the end and said, this is a humongous result for Leicester. like humongous. I haven't heard that before. But look, told you, bro, F yeah. Boris, we were lucky. I don't care.
I don't think we were. I'll instantly disagree with that, boss. We were not lucky. I don't think.
We'll have a look and see what you think. That was too hard. It's been a while. Luke, like I just said, Luke, before, well, thank you for that, mate. Thank you so much for that. But I have got to say, 100% respect to Nottingham Forest. They were fighting till the end. They hit the woodwork. They could have been 3-3. They would not let Liverpool, who spanked Leeds 6-1 the other day. Forest, Luke, you should be proud of your team. You really should with that performance today. Blue Fox says the Dean effect. LCFC, I love hearing you'll never walk alone. LCFC, we doing a spell check. Boris, you are so negative, said told you. True Red, your team did, like I said, did fine as well. Lena said she predicted 2-1. I didn't have you down. Did I have you down for that? I don't think. I think you were in late, but it doesn't really count. But somebody predicted 2-1 in the prediction league. Now, was it Steve?
No.
No. Was it Brad? No.
I don't know, it's so difficult not to look smug at this point.
It's back. Yes.
You know what, mate? You can have 3 points, you can have 6 points, 100 points. I was sitting there watching the game going, I do not care if Chris gets 3 points from this game in the Predictions League as long as Leicester get them. I did not care a jot. I did not care.
I said that about Fulham earlier because I went for the draw and I went, I don't mind if you get it. Look, I'm going to have to rely on you an awful lot, Brad, because my link has been absolutely bloody awful today. It keeps clicking over, like I said, at half-time to the Italian game. In the second half, it was either rugby or Man City, Sheffield United. But anyway, let's just catch up with a few more commentos. What did we get up to? Lena, wasn't it? Where do we go? Yeah. Same Lena. Fair play, the True Red. Yeah, like I said, and all respect to them. What a great result. First 3 points of the 9 we need over the next 3 games. Good 3 points for you, Chris, as well. Yeah, look, it was. I don't care how we got them. Like I say, look at West Ham. They got 2 1-0 wins. And they were bloody awful games. West Ham fans said it's the worst games they've seen in ages, and certainly the worst of the Premier League for them this season. But they don't give a shit because they got 6 points. Blue said Leicester 5. I forgot who it was. All predicted 2-1. We'll go through that in a second. There was quite a few of us actually. Lena, you've shown the ruthlessness we've been looking for. Gray, Joseph, you are a gentleman. Thank you so very much. And the fact that I can announce you as the winner of the Leicester City Big Fat Football Quiz already, bears no resemblance to that whatsoever. But congratulations on your win, mate. No, you're a gentleman, sir. It really does help. An old retired man here. Thank you so very much. We are out of the relegation zone. Yes, we are. A few people saying they got the result. We'll be double checking. Happy days. Sunday, Monday, happy days. If Palace won, Chelsea would have gone 12th. Goal difference is a leg end. Great. Forever and ever will follow our team. There's a bit of a song. Ooh, this is an amazing present. You won't know this because I haven't mentioned it before, but I'm celebrating Eid right now because I'm a Muslim. So this feels extra great. Happy Eid, Lena. I haven't got a Happy Eid celebration video, I'm afraid, and playing Happy Birthday would seem so wrong. But Happy Eid to you. Congratulations. Nice, says Lena. I think Blue Fox. I just want a party. Hooray! Well done, lads, and coaching staff. Well needed. Gray, you might have forgot, but Leicester for Life said go full Monty down the pub if we win. He did. You are quite right, Blue. You may want to take that tenner back now, but you are going to have to go full Monty. You can keep your hat on. And
the rest of your clothes.
Get your kit off. I'm in Loughborough Echo Monday. Remember to mention Leicester till I die if you do, Gray. Top six pressure when the final whistle was blown. Brilliant. Even the players' reaction. I saw my stream's been shit, so I'm totally relying on everything Brad today because I just didn't really see enough of it. Top six.
Brendan's a bell end, and you'll get why when I tell you. Brendan's a massive bell end, and I can't wait to repeat that every time you ask me about a certain player.
Yeah, I mean, another great game for me. He had enjoy. I will do certainly. Thank you so very, very much. Great win. Doesn't care about. No, who gives a care? As I say, could go off Vardy's arse in the 97th minute. I don't care. Everybody saying Happy Eid and thanking each other. Noah Martin, no Thomas, who have cost us down so many points this season. At least Dean Smith hopefully realised how poor they are. Great start for me in the prediction league. Currently have 8 points. Whoa. Well done, Jeff. How many more points do you think we need? We are on... What are we on?
28.
28. So...
At least we need at least 9 to guarantee it. 7 for me is enough.
Yes, yeah. We'll do. We did all right, but game 2 and then not the first 25 minutes though. Leeds next must win, and I think we'll win. That's going to give us the confidence that so it's not just the 3 points today; it's the confidence it gives us moving forwards.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's okay. Everybody's saying about the 2-1, so let's just have a look at this. Steve Lynex, you went 1-0 to Wolves. Brad, what did you go for, mate?
Hey, I got the 3 goals right. I went 3-0 Leicester, but I'll take it.
Yeah. You tried that with Arsenal, didn't you?
Yeah, stupid Arsenal.
I went 2-1. And in fairness, so did Jerry Taggart, Ian Walsh. Ian Walsh.
Ian Walsh, he's a new player. I don't remember him playing for us.
No, it was before your time. Ian Wilson went 2-1 and Steve Walsh went 2-1. In the fact now in today's show, Anthony, the Arsenal fan, he went 2-1. Gray went 2-1. And Shane went 2-1. The others that I had was Steve Smart and Jeff both went 2-0, and Nick Paget went 3-1. Look, that could be. And we're going to look at individual. We're not going to do. I mean, it won't be a full post match because we're going to be doing that Monday night at 7. And at 9 o'clock, we're going to do the preview for Leeds because I have got a Leeds fan coming on. That is going to be an electric show now. It really, is. Yeah.
It is. And one thing I want to talk about, Chris, and this is a little bit smug because you always like to bring this up. You look at that league table, talk about predicting that goal difference could be key. I mean, we are out. I mean, they said it on Full Time Focus. They actually said
So you're full time.
Everton start. Well, yeah, I know what I meant. You know what I meant. Full final score. Final score. See, that's you can't tell where I got. You can't tell where I got my Twitter name idea from, can you? No. But on final score, they were saying Everton started the day outside the bottom three on goal difference, then out ending the day in the bottom three because of their goal difference. And I don't want to get too far in the future, but Holgate got sent off for Everton today.
Yes.
So that's a ban that will affect him for our game because I believe it was a straight red.
It was a straight red. So is that 3 games?
Yes, I believe it was a straight red. Nothing said that it was a second bookable. So
it looked like a straight.
As far as I'm aware,
I could see on the notes it was a straight red. What position does he play, Holgate?
I believe Holgate is either a centre back or a left or right back. So gives us something. It gives us something to go at because Palace were a bit dull today, to be honest with you, from the sounds of things. So we take that as it is. It would have been nice if Palace scored a goal, but talk about already having a psychological point on the board. You look at the goal difference. I think we're now minus 13 and they're minus 21. So,
well, just to run through it here, Southampton, and good night, Jeff. Have a good one, mate. I'll see you on Tuesday night. See you on Tuesday night.
Enjoy a nightcap, mate. Enjoy yourself a nightcap after that.
Leicester's back. Leicester went, but Leicester's come back, a bit like Leicester today. And told you says, imagine being as sexy as Brad. And
go try.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't want to be that ugly, to be honest with you, because I'm a lot more sexier.
It's sad because it's true.
I'm a lot more older, let me put it that way, and I am very much less sexier than Brad.
Yeah. Tell you what, Chris, I know you said at half time that it was unfortunately it wasn't Samare coming up, but talking about sexy football, Samare had some sexy moments in that game with his movement and keeping hold of the ball. What a different performance he had through the half.
Indeed. There's a couple of players I want to touch on. He will be one of them. But look, just to review it, Southampton. Well, let's just bring the table up, shall we? Here we go.
Let's have a look at it. It's pleasant to look at for a change in
Southampton bottom 24 points, minus 29. Nottingham Forest, sorry Luke, but 27 points, minus 33. That's going to cost you a point, I think. That minus 33 could cost you. Everton 28 with minus 22. We are 28 with minus 13. Leeds, like you say, minus 21. So that's what, 7 points, isn't it? No, 8 points. 8 points, 8 goals worse.
8 goals, yeah.
29.
Yeah.
And then West Ham, I think you're going to be safe on 31 with minus 12. That 13, like you say, and that's why that Man City game, okay, we lost it, but only losing it by 2 goals was so important.
Yeah, it was. And again, we talked about it. You could have looked at it any way you did. And to be fair to Dean Smith, he analysed it both. He took it with a pinch of salt because they took the foot off the gas, but he also liked what he saw from the players. And we said we could have easily have kept playing defensive block, lost the game 4-5-0, and all of a sudden, our goal difference doesn't look too good. Look at how it's gone now. We've notched a goal back on that, undoubtedly, and more importantly, we've notched 3 more points on the point section as well. So even though Man City was a free hit, only losing 3-1 has really paid dividends.
Yes. I'm not sure what Brad's going to reply to that one.
If that's supposed to be me better than Brendan Rodgers, I'll take it. That means I can say you're all beautiful human beings with great character.
Look, unbelievable. I don't care. I don't think we were particularly brilliant, but like I say, I've got to be honest with you, my stream was so awful today that if you say we played like Brazil, I'm going to go with you because you've seen a hell of a lot more of it than I did. I'll actually be watching Match of the Day tonight for a change. Can I just, okay, we'll go through the game first, but let's just touch on the players that I want to talk about. But first of all, I don't think Tielemans had the best of games, but he was taken off. Why Ndidi?
I think for two reasons. A, there was limited resources on the bench, and yes, I know people will say Pratt, but ironically, I predicted that we'd get to a certain point, whether it was 1-1 or Leicester got the notice in front, that Pratt would come on for Tete. See, I am better than Brandon. He knows because I predicted Dean Smith substitutions. But no, I think it was just a case of A, limited options to come on in that position, and B, the last thing we needed was Tielemans was starting to lose his head a little bit. He was getting a bit ratty with decisions going Wolves' way and not Leicester's way at certain points. And he took him off before he maybe got booked, or worse, a yellow card, a double yellow, and would be missing for the Leeds game on Tuesday night.
Would go, look, at least, we're showing some fight. But that fight, it's the wrong sort of fight. I mean, to me, when you're getting like that, it's showing that you can't do it with your feet on the pitch, so you have to do it with your mouth.
Yeah, I think take the blot away from Tielemans' performance today. I think the fight that we needed to see, the correct fight we saw, and I'm sure I'm reading your notes here, Chris, it's probably going to be on your notes to talk about, but the fight we need to see came from the likes of Kagla Soyuncu. They came from Samare for me, with his endeavour to hold on to the ball, and didn't have the greatest time when he came on, but Kieran Dewsbury Hall as well showed that fight. So that's the right sort of fight. Tielemans just needs to not let that occasion get to him. But like you said, mate, we've won the game. I don't give a rat's arse if it was an own goal at 97th minute.
Yeah,
we said we needed the win and we got it.
You have been reading my notes, because my next player is Soyuncu.
Brendan, you're a bellend. Never ever drop this out. Sign him up, 4-year contract, give him what he wants, pay him his wages, because clearly this man is a great defender. He was fantastic today. Any sense of nerves in that crowd when a ball was put in, the second you saw Cags was dealing with it, you just settled down a bit. He was phenomenal. And if Alan Bennett doesn't give him the man of the match, I'll be baffled. I mean, I'm not sure if he's contacted you yet with it, because it's obviously a watch-along goal. But if he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised. He was phenomenal today. Every time the ball came into the box, I know you had issues, and I know you don't have sound on, even if you didn't, but the commentators could not sing his praise enough. And if we somehow turn his head back to staying at Leicester, we're blessed that we've managed to do it, because he was fantastic again.
I mean, him and Soyuncu, him and Faye, it was like the Hair Bear bunch, wasn't it?
It was.
For those that are old enough to remember. But look, he actually has just, literally, as you spoke, it has just come through. And he has, let me put it this way first. I'll read it out to you and I'll beep the name out and see if you can guess who he's gone for.
Okay.
Alan Bennett, who's at the match, says, makes you wonder what Rodgers has been doing. Beep, outstanding, and that was saved from Everson near the end, a match winner. Who do you think he's gone for?
Cags.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Although, yeah, fair play to Iverson. That save was top draw. And I won't even use my old tongue in cheek and say Ward saved it, because I'm not sure that was you know what? Credit where it's due for a save. That was brilliant.
Yes.
Sorry, I just wanted to point that out. You'll love seeing that on Match of the Day.
Totally agree. And yeah, I mean, I can say I can't really pick a man of the match, as it would be unfair. I can't criticise too much, because that would be unfair as well. This is why I'm sort of asking you. But Soyuncu, yeah, I mean, sign him up, for God's sake. Let's sign him up. Samare, I'm sort of thinking, why? You know, why isn't Mendy starting? And then why didn't Mendy come on instead of Ndidi? But from what I saw, I've got to be honest with you, Samare didn't strike me as being particularly bad, but didn't, set the world on light for me either.
You know what? In the first half, yeah, I was with you. I was like, he's not doing brilliant. I think obviously that's because Wolves got the goal and took the impetus in the first half, which is fair assessment of it. You know, you talk about a goal against a run of play, it was one for us. But in the second half, Chris, he got really stuck in. He looked more composed on the ball, and just got a majority. seemed to just come into that second half more composed, more belief about themselves. And he got a few nice little pivots. He got a few breakaways. And actually, I think for the goal, he was very pivotal in the breakaway to get us down on the left. In a second half, we talk about football being a game of two halves. Samara in the first half, not bad, but a little bit sketchy and nothing to talk about. But in the second half, had very good moments in the game where he looked like his second half performance took a small chunk of the fee that we paid for him, because it was quite impressive at parts and solid when it needed to. He cut out a lot of Wolves, because Wolves in that second half, they had a few crosses that were a bit nervy, and obviously that save from Iverson, but we kept them quiet to a degree. The little things we've been getting wrong all season, Chris, we kind of got right. It wasn't brilliant by any stretch of the imagination, but we tidied up better than we usually do. Yeah. Usually we're sweeping into a pan with holes at the bottom. Today we kind of filled some of them holes at least.
Do you know what? Jamie Vardy. Now look, I know Boris loves him. Boris is probably going to make him man of the match. But look, for that, and I've not 100% seen it, but from what I've read and what you said at half time, the way that he won the penalty. And let's be honest with you, that's what they say. I've got to give him credit, and I haven't given him an awful lot recently. And I think the only time he scored a goal this season was actually in the first leg of the reverse fixture earlier in the season of this game.
Yes.
But it was good to see, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was Vardy-esque of old. It's something we missed, and it was something that I did touch on at half time that I kind of insinuated that maybe Dean Smith were doing. It's like I am Dean Smith in disguise, because I said he might interchange it, and it was Vardy had done nothing of note until he got told to go on the left wing and Daka was brought into the middle. Because that's exactly what happened. The ball came over the top on the left-hand side. He ran past the defender. The keeper knew he was in trouble. He took him out, and it was like, wow. Do you remember the Great Escape season and the Premier League winning season when Vardy were winning penalties? It was like we'd gone back 3 or 4 seasons in time the way he won it. And that's what we need Jamie Vardy to be doing when he's on the pitch for us, stretching our defence.
Yeah, it's May Leicester for life when Higgle Piggle, or as he's otherwise known, Dave, is back.
He's going to have Dave out of a job at this weight, right? Wait, and on for what?
Wait. Vardy showed fight with the penalty. He did. KDH.
Again,
I thought he did all right when he came on. Oh, and can I just go back to Samare, because we do criticise him a lot when he has not been worth the money that we paid for him, but he did. I think it might have been for the goal. He had a marauding run forward and played off a superb pass, I think, to Christensen.
Yeah, he did, Chris. And the thing is, this is what I mean when I say they all it was like a different Leicester in the second half to a degree, because he only got the opportunity to make that marauding run because right behind him, harassing the Wolves players to win the ball back, was man of the match, Kagla Soyuncu, and Wout Faze. They were literally 2 yards behind him. We've been talking all season now, there's too much of a gap between the midfield and the defence. Today it worked perfectly because, like you said, Chris, he got the ball, he looked up, he knocked it in front of himself, he ran onto it. Christensen was there going, YMCA, asking for the ball, and he got it. And it was a very smooth move and deserved a goal.
Yes. Ray, that's exactly, in fairness, what Brad's been saying. And if you want to class it overall, it was one of his better games. And on Monday, if Brad does remember this week, he will send me the player ratings through tomorrow, and we'll be able to have a look at his and not Jordan's. We might have a look at Jordan's in a minute, actually. Notice Dean Smith doesn't throw the players under the bus. Look, we've got a manager that is basically straight talking. He is straight talking. And can I just say that this is now my new lucky top. Let me just kiss the badge. My new lucky top. It was the 125th anniversary away shirt. Do you remember where it's double coloured?
Yes. Yes, I remember. I've got the blue one upstairs.
Well,
Yeah.
you use the same one because it's blue inside and the other colour outside.
Oh, I didn't get the reverse one like that. No,
Right.
no. I've not got enough. I don't think it's an official one, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
yeah.
Look, that's a nice kit. I did like that one.
Yeah. Let's just go on to KDH and then we'll come back to what Blue Fox has said here. What KDH? Again, I thought he was better this half, if you like, or when he came on, than I've seen him for a while.
Yeah, he did. I think he needed to be dropped. Whether we questioned who came in from or not, clearly it's worked out in our favour. But he came on, and again, maybe that's what he needs to be for a while. He needs to be that impetus, because there was a few minutes just before he came on where the game kind of went a little bit dead. We were sort of in charge, but we weren't doing anything with it. And Wolves were kind of like, maybe take the point from this game. You know, that for them, that would have been 7 points in out of the last three. And we could have worked on a point, couldn't we? You know, we could have, it wouldn't have been great, but we could have worked with the point. And then he came on and the energy levels just kind of, the needle flicked again. Like it needed to after the goal when we got levelled, the needle flicked. And then when we didn't get that goal early in the second half, we needed something to energise the players and the crowd again. And bringing him on and having him being busy was good. He wasn't brilliant all his appearance, don't get me wrong. He had a few wayward passes and whatnot. But again, he found himself in space and he was picking the right passes, which is something that he didn't do, especially against Bournemouth. He didn't do it. And again, it's an improvement on the last home performance we've seen. And that's what we needed to see today.
Indeed, in definitely 100%. Right, let me come back. I'm just trying to do two jobs at once. Right, Dean Smith, get him in next season. I mean, I said earlier, I don't think it was on my show. I think it was on another show. It was on. It was actually, funnily enough, on Levy and Horn, the Leeds fan show. They're talking about Smith. If we go down, Potter won't come to us, and I think we could do a hell of a lot worse than Dean Smith, Craig Shakespeare, and John Terry if all three decide to stay, if it's offered to them. If we stay up, though, will they not have deserved the chance to have a go with us?
He certainly would have, and he'd be making the case of it. And look, yeah, it's 2 games for his realm. But if you take, and I know we can overanalyze everything, but if you take the reaction of the players, the new lease of life, certain players left out in the cold on the previous regime. Look, if Leicester stay up, let's say we go and beat the likes of Everton and Leeds and draw with Fulham or whatever, and that keeps us up. That's why he's taken the job in the first place, Chris. Yes, he's happy to take it on an interim basis so he can kind of go, well, it was all, if it went wrong, you could go, well, 8 games, what do you expect me to do? But if it goes right, he goes, I'm your man. And he's already in the door. And the knock-on effect could be, with Cags and that, and it sounds silly, but the knock-on effect he's had on the players, if he keeps it up, why doesn't he deserve a 3-year contract? I mean, as long as Terry signs an agreement not to shag the wives, I'd have him in if he keeps us up. If he keeps us up, Chris, I'd have him as a manager, and I'd say a 2 or 3 year deal.
No, I mean, I think he, if he keeps us up, I mean, he'll obviously get a very nice bonus, thank you very much, but he'll also deserve the chance. But obviously, we know that the club is hankering over Potter, and that's the thing. And it's going to be a difficult decision. Do they say, right, well, we want Potter, he said he'll come, or do we stick with Smith? I suppose if you're looking at it long term, Potter is probably the better prospect.
Yeah, on paper and what that you would say they're the better prospect. But again, you as the owner today, and I did see the camera pan to me, kind of went like that, like, thank God we've got it. And with a smile on his face, which is nice to see. I think his mum was with him today as well, which was a nice little touch. She kind of calmed him down, give him she almost looked like she was telling him, see, that's what we need. This is what we need them to, anyway, but She was doing a mother's meeting there, but yes, looking at it, you think, well, surely Potter over Dean Smith, but again, as the owner, he would have to look at the situation, and we're talking hindsight. But let's say we get really good results and we fly up the table, well, as high as we can fly up the table at this point.
Somebody asked, I think Gray or somebody said, "Is Europe possible this season?"
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. So we go that high, we're in Europe. But all joke aside, you know what I mean? Like we end up being comfortably safe. We're not relying on sitting on the pitch with West Ham because a point will keep us both up. Where you know what. You want the feedback. You want the feedback from the staff. You want the feedback from the players, and you might go, well, if he's just got the level back, he's just got the praising. The players are happy, and all of a sudden he hears Cags has signed a new deal. Mendy wants to stay. Tillemans is still off, but I don't know. I'm hypothetical to the max degree here, but Madder says he'll stay for a season and he'll get sold next summer. He wants to stay. I know it's all hypothetical and I'm reaching for everything, but you know what I mean? Any form of positive comes from Dean Smith being here. It might be a case of, well, actually, if all the atmosphere's back and it's happy, maybe, just maybe, this guy is the manager we should stick with to get us back to where we want to be. And it all comes in hindsight and how he analyses his performances over these 7 or 8 games.
Definitely. James, you've joined the party late. We have done Cags. We have praised him. And as you can see from up there, he is he's Alan's man of the match. Was he your man of the match, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't quite say hands down, but it was almost practically hands down. There was only 1 or 2 names I would have put in front of him. In contention with him, but yeah, he was. I can confirm this now. He's getting a 9 from me. They are, because you've at least got 1 and you do another 11.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
You know what happens with spoilers. You can't do spoilers in here, Brad. It's not fair.
I will look for you. I will find you, and I will kill you.
I'm banned. Banned for life.
Let me just read out what Dean Smith has had to say. Just bear with me 1 second. I just want to bookmark where I am on the thing. So this is Dean Smith today speaking to the BBC, to Auntie Beeb. It was a hard-fought victory. I thought we created the bigger chances in the game. We started well. We had a tough period and showed a lot of character in that second half. A lot of the goals we have given away, looking back at them, have been individual mistakes. From then up until the penalty, their movement was sharper and brighter than ours. We played the ball into the space at least, and Vards has done brilliantly to win the penalty. We created the big chances in the second half. About the winning goal, he said it was really a good move. It was a great cutback, and our left back crossing for our right back in the penalty box. We dropped off too deep, but defended our box really well. On next week's visit to Leeds, we've got a big week, but that gives everyone a lift, confidence and belief. We've got another tough game at Ellen Road. People have questioned our spirit, but it was there for all to see today. Not one criticism of a player there, Mr. Smith.
No, he's not. I think someone mentioned that in the comments earlier. I can't remember who it was. Apologies, but it's nice. And you know what? It's also nice. He's not getting carried away with it.
Yeah.
You know, he's happy with 1. That literally the ending there is like, in the end, we went a bit too deep for my liking, but we still got the job done, and that's what matters. And I think he probably even expected that the nerves would get to the players and they just want to make sure they hold it out, and they did, and that's what matters. Yeah. It's great. I mean, I know you had final score on, Chris. You probably saw it. I don't know, but the players' reaction at that whistle was like they'd won the FA Cup again. It was brilliant to see. The subs came on. They were.
I saw each other, and it was hugging, and then it froze as it has done 120 million times this game. I tell you what, I think Brad's up for giving a happy ending. If you're interested, Blue, I don't know whether I'm selling.
I'll do it for free today after this performance. Well, result, should I say?
Indeed. Yeah, we'll do anything when we win. We were brilliant, and you know what makes it better? We went 1-0 down and brought it back to 2-1. We haven't shown fight all season. Good point.
Yeah, it is. In fact, ironically, the only other 2 wins I remember we've had this season where we've come from behind are was it Villa away and Tottenham at home?
Yeah,
I could be wrong with the Tottenham one. So
they were the 2 most recent ones, but then there were the last 2 wins, weren't they?
Well, yes, that is very true. That's very true. But we needed it as well because, again, for that 25-minute spell where Wolves were on top, although they didn't really create too much for it in terms of getting a second goal, you just kind of felt, oh no, the longer this drags on, the more it's going to sap the confidence. The crowd are going to start to feel it. So to get their way back into the game and ultimately come away with the 3 points is just, it's like I said, they celebrated it like it's an FA Cup run. And I know we take the piss outside for doing that, but I kind of get it now because you just saw it like it was such a relief. Almost like they kind of went, yes, we put in so much hard work. We recovered from letting ourselves down, and we've finally been given some reward for our efforts and our determination. And that's again, no negativity, no cutting it down from Dean Smith. It was a very calculated post-match he seems to have, and I like it. I like that sort of level-headedness.
Leicester manager on Dean Smith on the fitness of James Maddison. The doctor told me this morning, hopefully he'll be fit to train on Monday. So fingers crossed. I'm not sure when he'll be back. Maybe Leeds will be too soon for him. I mean, look, you know me. If I'm a glass half empty sort of person, rather than a glass half full, I still got to say, first half, 3 strikers on the pitch. Only one that scored was from a penalty. We went down to 2 strikers in the second half, and it was a defender that scored. Having said that, Kelechi, for the goal, did take a defender with him, and I'm like, oh my God! And then Castagna sort of appeared as if by magic, boop, and there he was, pop it in. But should we be worried about that? You know, Daka firing blanks.
He doesn't. You know what? I wrote notes down again in the second half. Well, I stopped when we scored because I couldn't focus to write any more notes down.
I literally have changed my underpants 3 times after we scored.
But Daka needs to get some new studs. He really does. You can see the players there, and he has the ability because he got in great space today. He found himself in ample opportunities. He had a couple of good chances today. He just needs to maybe work on his calf and his thigh muscles or whatever that gives him that gives you that leg strength. He needs to build them up a bit more and maybe change his studs. Because at one point I wrote Daka needs new football boots / studs because he kept slipping all over the place. He's got the presence to be in the right areas. He's got the presence to be a decent striker. He does need to work on his finishing though. Get a bit of power in your legs, mate. Maybe I don't know, inject a boost bar into your calves and that before a game because he does need to get a little bit of power behind his shots.
Yeah. Winning without Mathers is a massive confidence boost. Again, it is.
And without Barnes.
And without Indeed, but with Indeedy. Look, I mean, it was 2-1. Like I've said, this week is so important to us. 9 points, to my mind, is a minimum we should be aiming for. If we'd got a draw today out of the 3 games, without disrespecting Everton and without disrespecting Leeds, this, I think, was the harder of the 3 games. But to go into those 2 games, winning without Madsen and Barnes, winning from being 1-0 down, that's got to give us the impetus and the momentum to hopefully win those next 2 games. Then we've got Fulham who do struggle. I mean, I know they were 2-1. They were 2 goals up, but they were hanging on at the end. I'm getting carried away. Calm me down, Brad. Calm me down. I'm getting us in Europe.
Yeah, but yeah, well, when we beat the likes of Newcastle and Liverpool, and we're celebrating finishing 8th, I won't calm you down. But no, it's good though. It's a good feeling because how many times have we seen a lineup that hasn't got a Maddison because he's injured or for whatever reason, and we've gone, oh, we ain't winning today then, and we probably felt a little bit like that today, especially when Wolves were 1-0 up. We probably thought, oh, here we go. This is without Madders, we can't do anything. But it's proved right. And now all of a sudden you're asking the question, do you change your winning side? Because I know he talked about beforehand that maybe Barnes comes back on the Tuesday because today was too early for him. Madders maybe comes back in. And I'm sure people will say, oh, you have to have Madders in there. Well, they've just won a game. You know what I mean? They've just won a game. Do you want to keep the momentum? It's going to be interesting to see what Dean Smith does come Tuesday night, but that feel-good factor, knowing that it doesn't matter if Madders doesn't start the game, they'll feel that they can get the boys off to a good start. They feel they can get themselves in front without Madders there.
Yes.
And I think that's what they needed to have happen in a way. I think in a strange way, we needed to not have them players on the pitch to prove we have the fight throughout the ranks.
I'm not sure if he is going to be fit for Leeds, but he could be back for Everton, I think is what they're saying. I mean, okay, look, when we saw that team, my first thought was, oh, where's Maddison? And there's nothing on the website. Leicester City Football Club, get your fucking asses into gear. Not only do you need to spend a little bit of money and buy some decent microphones for the press room, what you also need to do is get your bloody media team to get the news out, because there was nothing on the website at all, on the match stream or anywhere, that said why Maddison wasn't in the squad. So everybody is suddenly thinking, because you've not got the decency to put it up for the fans, we were all thinking, oh, why has he dropped him? And suddenly we're all being negative again. Do you remember when, we were all negative towards Brendan because Top didn't have the balls to come out and tell us why he wasn't buying any players? Same with that. Just come out and say, Maddison's out the squad today. You put the squad up on Facebook, you put the squad up on Twitter, not one word about Maddison. You could have just put in there, Maddison is reported in sick, and we'd all go, fair enough. But who gives, Leicester's turning into a club. I'm sorry, but it's true. Leicester are turning into a club that doesn't give a shit for the fans. And that is the truth. That is the truth.
Yeah. I've had a disdain for lazy journalism. When we talked about rumours, etc., and all that over transfers, and I said it's just lazy journalism. Don't get lured in by it. Lazy reporting, because they do. They copy and paste homework off each other. But the less, forget all the talk of who was to blame for our situation, whether it was Top, Susan Whelan, or any of the other executives in and around the club. The media side of Leicester have got real lazy. Like I'm talking, I don't know if any Simpsons fans out there would understand this, but that there was an episode of Simpsons where Homer Simpson deliberately put on weight so he could work from home. I feel like these media people we've got in there, and I know a few of them, and I don't care what they think if they watch this, but they've got a bit lazy. They got a bit bone idle and can't be bothered, because I'm sorry, and I know again you don't have the sound, so you wouldn't have known this, but the commentators I had who I was listening to the game on my stream they confirmed that the doctors gave Leicester the dreaded news at 10 o'clock this morning. The Leicester doctor had said, I'm sorry, he's just not available. He's not physically well enough to play.
What Dean Smith's come out and said.
Yeah. So, I mean, how come they can get the information and give it to us, but our own media is very lazy, and I think maybe they need to look at backroom staff all the way through the club, because it's just lazy.
Definitely 100%. Like you say, you put the team out, just explain why. I mean, if it's tactical, I'd get you're not explaining, right? Because you don't want to give anything away. I get that. But if it's illness or it's injury, don't leave us guessing. But like you say, us fans are just like, well, let me put it this way. Yeah, as well. I was saying about the players in the first half. I'm going to go to the King Power 1 week and sell pooper scoopers because I'll sell 30,000. There's that much shit on the pitch to pick up. But then again, we went and won, so I can't write that now. But
it's going to be weird for you, isn't it, Chris? Doing the talking point, you have to be positive, mate. What are you going to say?
Yeah, but positive doesn't cut it. You see, because it's not interesting. Yeah, so I'll probably have a go at the media staff.
Yeah, I would, mate.
Yeah.
Just have a word with them.
It's actually on the Leicester Mercury website, Leicestershire Live. Let's just have a quick run through before we go, because like I say, we'll be doing a full post match on Monday night at 7:00. If that's okay with yourself, Brad.
Yes, because I'm looking forward to it, mate. We've won a game.
We've won a game. We have. Everson 7, Castagna 7, FaZe 7, Soyuncu 9, Christensen 6, Sumari 7, Tielemans 4, Tete 6, Inacho 7, Daka 5, Vardy 6. Really? I don't think it was that. If Daka got a 5, I think Vardy should have got a 5. Dewsbury Hall 5, Ndidi 6, Pratt 5. Papa Mendy apparently came on at the end. I didn't see that again because my computer.
Yes, he did. He took Daka off, who, to be fair, did look knackered. I mean, when he side-footed that chance in the 88th minute, whenever it was, I'll give him that one because he looked running to the dirt. But yes, Mendy did come on for Daka with a couple. Yes. Well, with essentially 5 minutes to go with the stoppage time.
Yeah. I don't think I've never seen such high marks, but again, Soyuncu getting the 9, he deserved it. Tete, to be honest with you, I wouldn't particularly want to buy him in the summer, would you?
I don't know. I'm still undecided because the way Dean Smith changed it up in that second half, I mean, obviously he was forced to because Vardy, he didn't want to risk a knock. We're hoping it's just a case of precaution. Don't want to risk you because he's going to want to utilise him in this running, clearly, because he started 2 games under him. So I think the fact that we changed our shape and dynamic a little bit kind of left him isolated. So I do have a little bit of sympathy with him. I think anybody on the right side of that field has suffered a little bit because we do, and I said this earlier in the season, a little bit obvious that Leicester do prefer the left side to attack over the right. I mean, the goals both came from a left-sided attack. Vardy's run into the box was left-sided. Christensen's cross came from the left. So it's hard to see. We'll see in time. We'll need a manager permanently.
Too much of him because he's a Brazilian.
Maybe we got a little bit of blue and yellow and green tinted glasses on with Tete because he's Brazilian flair. We've never seen one.
So let's be honest with you, though. Really, you shouldn't complain because Brazilians aren't used to going down the side. They usually just go straight down the centre, don't they?
Yeah, that is that.
Come on.
Yeah.
I heard that today. I've been waiting to use that for 1 hour. No. 3 hours, 33 minutes. I have been waiting to use that. What kind of? Come on, give it me. I'm going to give myself a thing. I can't find the one that I want to give myself, but somewhere the moment's gone. But look, we won. You weren't in when I played it, so we're going to play it again just for you, Brad. And of course,
love that song.
I know, I do. And of course,
it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home.
Doesn't it feel amazing when you win?
Yeah, it does. Long may it continue. Bring it into Tuesday. Can't wait, mate.
Yeah. I can't. Brad, thank you so much, sir, for coming on. We will be, like I say, doing a full match preview at 7 o'clock, and Brad is going to be joining me on that and looking forward to it. And when we get, a match review, and then the preview at 9 of the Leeds. You're welcome. I don't know whether you're free for that at all, but you're more than welcome to come on to that as well.
God, you're yawning then when you said that.
We will be. I know. Oh, well, you've been watching Leeds, haven't you? Look, we're going to be joined by a Leeds fan for that, so that could be very, very interesting. And we're just going to end now. If you can just read the scores out for the games for me here, Brad, and we'll have a look how we've done in the league.
It's quite interesting, actually. I shall give you when I can find the notepad. Where did I put it? Here it is. I shall give you the Leicester Till I Die classified results. Let me find the page where they're on. Okay, let me just give me a second. You should have had an intro ready so I could just load it up.
I know.
The classified.
Oh no, I'll have to do one.
Yeah, you have to do one. Here are your Leicester Till I Die TV classified results. Arsenal 3, Southampton 3, Fulham 2, Leeds United 1, Brentford 1, Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0, Everton 0, Leicester City 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Liverpool 3, Notts Forest 2.
Right. Well,
there are your full-time results.
Thank you so much, sir. Only one person got it spot on.
Yes. You got.
But let's have a look who else got what. You got a point for Fulham.
Yes, I got a point for Brentford.
Yes. Steve got a point for Palace.
He did.
You got a point for Leicester.
Yeah, Steve got 0 for that. I repeat, Steve got 0 for that.
Yes, and we all got 1 point for Liverpool. So, if my maths is correct, Steve has got 2 points.
Yes.
Brad, you got 4 points.
Yes.
And I have got 4 points.
Yes, so you've still kept that 1 point. Your nose is still in front, mate. Your nose is just still in front. Plenty of games to go.
I am still the Arsenal of the prediction league.
You definitely are, mate. You definitely are. But like I said, mate, when it was full time, if you'd said to me, do I get double points for 2-1? I'd have gave it you, but you didn't. So yeah.
No, I couldn't do that. To look forward to in the not too distant future is the ex-player versus the upstart fan, as I've put there, because you threw the gauntlet down at Steve. The big fat Leicester quiz. I tell you, we're going to do that before we actually do the full Leicester thing. We're going to do that as like a special celebrity version. We're going to do it before we start.
That's not what you said to me. You said do it for charity, and I said that's a terrible name to call Steve.
I wasn't going to say that, and now you know why I put you down as upstart.
Yeah, first.
But there we go. Look, let's just leave it up there one more time. Leicester City 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. I'm going to be back tomorrow with some Eurovision material, and I know Brad's sort of just going to yawn at that, but I have to say, of my top 5 shows for views, 4 of them are Eurovision. That's all I would say. I am very big in Serbia, if you don't mind. My Serbia is huge, as is my Israel.
Oh dear.
It's a bit scary actually, but there we go. Right, Brad, thank you so much. Give a shout out as to where people can find you.
Yeah, if you don't want to find me on here, I don't know why you wouldn't listen to mine and Chris's expert analysis of the game. You can find me on Facebook with my own name. You can find me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @fulltimefocus, and my YouTube channel is Top 10 Battles.
There
That's
you
where
are.
find me.
And the link is in the description below always for Brad. Brad, you're a gentleman, sir. and we will see you on Monday.
See you Monday. See you
And
Monday,
let's
mate.
enjoy match of the day tonight. Come on.
I am. I can't wait for it.
Come on, you foxes. Okay. Take care, buddy. Have a good one.
See you later. See you later.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks to Brad there. Do get over there and check him out on his channel, Top 10 Battles. If you like your banter between fans, that's the channel for you. It is the banter channel. Look, thanks to everybody that has joined in at the watch along today. Really do appreciate it. Apart from the knobhead who I had to block for spamming. I think it was the same guy that came back 3 times under 3 different names. He didn't come back when I blocked him, which was kind of sums it up. So thank you to everybody. Too much to mention that was in the chat. Congratulations to Shane, to Gray, to Anthony, to Lena, and of course to myself for getting the score spot on. This has been Leicester Till I Die TV on LTID, and my name has been Chris. Do you think it's time for a bit of Marilyn? I think it is. See you Monday night. Good night. Take care. See you soon.
These videos are so dreamy. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.